into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Well, a very big good morning to you, beautiful people in Mzansi. It's so good to be able to spend the next couple of hours with you. And listen, it is getting chilly down here in the Cape. And wherever you find yourself right now, I'm pretty sure you're saying the winter chill has officially set in. And the school holidays are in full swing. So we've got your whole family covered. Don't even stress about it. From shielding your loved ones from seasonal bugs like influenza, as well as RSV, to keeping the little ones entertained indoors when the weather's not necessarily playing along. We've got everybody covered. Plus, we're also serving up some genius snack hacks with our friends at Woolies, of course. Perfect for hungry kids at home or on the go. It's going to be a jam-packed show. Yes, it is a Health Tuesday, but we will make sure that we also have that entertainment box ticked. But don't you worry, it's not just me today. I have to hand over to my compadre out in the Jozi streets. Zanele, our beautiful Zanele. How are we doing this morning?
Oh, good morning, my gorgeous Carissa. And hello, Zanzi, Sanbonani, Avsheni, Sianibona. And we absolutely love the fact that you are with us this morning because we get to 100% put a smile on that beautiful face, but also on top of everything else, we get to be with you and make sure you start your day off on the perfect note. So Carissa's told you a little bit of what's coming up in terms of just Cape Town and a little bit of things here and there. Let me get you into this, my friend. Entertainment news. You know we own it here on Expresso, and this is why we've got Celeste, who's going to be in the building, is going to be helping us out just to break down exactly what's been going on locally and internationally. And then I am so excited because right here at the DQX at the Samsung studios, or rather showroom, we are going to be getting into celebrating the gorgeous Rouge, who just dropped her brand new single Juicy. And trust me, it is very juicy and the performance is going to be juicy, yeah. So you got a lot to stick around for, Mzansi. But speaking of nice things, we've got a beautiful, beautiful Ken doll who needs to be dressed by you this morning. My Graham, how can Mzansi help you out in terms of choosing your threads this morning, my love?
In every way, shape and form possible, I basically came to work in my pajamas. This is what I sleep in, even in these shoes. No, we've got, of course, the weather not really playing ball yet. It's freezing outside, so the layers are still vitally important. But I want to look good today. Please, I need a little bit of help. I'm agonizing over these choices. So let's start here. Option one, a relaxed look, although it does kind of dress itself up a little bit. We've got some tapered slim fit trousers, or rather, we've got the relaxed look of the utility cargo jeans over here. Absolutely love that vibe. Beautiful white sneakers, patterned shirt, and a nice navy bomber just to bulk it up a little bit. Really love that. And then we level up just a little bit, something slightly more chic. We've got the tailored look. We've got beautiful tailored trousers, like that slim fit vibe. Really, really nice. A nice tailored styled knit golfer. Very, very cool. And then, of course, the big one, the Statement Melton jacket. I love both looks. It's your choice. Ultimately, you can head over to the socials. You can let us know what's your vibe this morning. What kind of a Tuesday is it going to be? And being a Tuesday, you get to choose hashtag styled by Woolies. And of course, thanks to my amazing style team for putting two amazing looks together. And this is what winter's been about for us, is layering up so we can layer back down. And Woolies have absolutely nailed it. But hence my difficulty in making a choice. So I'm going to need a little bit of help from you guys. So head over to the socials. Let us know what you like, why you like it, and what you think I would do the best in today, because we've got 3 hours and I want to make the most of it with you. So the choice is yours. You can head over to the socials and let us know how you're feeling. And while we wrap our head around, of course, a very busy day yesterday and to prep ahead for today. So let's get those news and sporting headlines in. Very nice.
Thank you so much, G-Man, on this Tuesday. Let's get kick-started with your national news headlines. Well, SASSA has confirmed that no social grants have been suspended amid its ongoing review process for the 2025-2026 financial year. CEO Themba Matlau clarified that beneficiaries with valid approved grants will continue receiving payments. Now, the agency conducts periodic eligibility checks as required by law and introduced a fourth monthly payment date to avoid disruption. Only those with changed personal circumstances may face a review. Beneficiaries receiving regular payments need not worry or contact the agency. Now, this new strategy aims to avoid confusion as well as hardship. In other news in the country, Cape Town police seized drugs worth more than 54 million rand in a Goodwood home after acting on a tip-off. Officers discovered 145 kilograms of tik and 16 kilograms of heroin hidden in the bedrooms and roof of the house. Now, 2 suspects were arrested and are due to appear in court in Goodwood Magistrates Court. Police say the success is part of ongoing efforts to dismantle major drug syndicates operating in the region and prevent the spread of illicit substances into communities. In your international news making headlines, Uganda has reopened its border posts with the Democratic Republic of Congo 6 months after they were closed due to violence in the DRC. Now, President Yoweri Museveni gave the order following a peace agreement between Rwanda and the DRC, which includes support for talks between M23 rebels and the Congolese military. Now, the Bungana and Ishasha crossings in the north are now operational again, signaling hope for improved regional stability and the resumption of trade and movement across the border. Meanwhile, in Berlin, a German doctor, only known as Johannes M., is on trial for the deaths of at least 15 patients, though more fatalities are suspected. The 40-year-old allegedly administered lethal doses of drugs under the guise of pain relief without the patient's consent. In some cases, he reportedly set fires to destroy evidence. Now, the trial has shocked the country, and the accused has yet to give a statement. Victims range in age from 25 to 94 years old. Investigations into more potential victims still continues. And closing off with this story where South Africa's Mario Gomes Hip Hop Dance Academy returned from the 2025 Dance World Cup in Spain to a thunderous welcome, and with 13 gold medals plus 12 silvers and 5 bronzes in tow. Representing Cape Town and the country, the street dance crew captivated judges with high-octane moves, blending Pansula flair and Amapiano groove, earning top honors in the senior category. Now, competing against dancers from 66 countries, their performances lit up Burgos with pure South African spirit. Now, crowds at the airport waved with flags and wiped away tears as the team arrived, not just as champions, but as proud ambassadors of unity, talent, and homegrown excellence. It's always great to see that South African flag being waved so high, instilling pride yet again in the beautiful Mzansi. That is where we close off your 6 o'clock news. Let's head into your sporting highlights for the first time with Graham.
Let's continue in that trend of South Africans doing amazing things and start with our T20 action from yesterday. Dival Brevis smashing a blistering 41 of just 17 balls, and then debutant Ruben Herman making good, adding 45 as South Africa beat Zimbabwe by 5 wickets in their T20 Tri-Series clash in Harare. So chasing 142, the visitors sealing the win with 25 balls to spare. In fact, George Linder starring with the ball in hand, taking 3 for just 10 in a very composed team effort. Well, speaking of composure, he is pure class. Let's get back to France and a masterclass yesterday. Simon Yates powered to a mountain stage victory of the Tour de France, attacking late from a breakaway group. And Ireland's Ben Healy finishing third to take over that yellow jersey. Most importantly, 29 seconds ahead of defending champion Tadej Pogacar. There was some home delight as well as France's Lenny Martinez claimed the polka dot jersey on Bastille Day. Obviously an important day for the French. Now let's get back into rugby and the junior Springboks. Oh, they've done it again. They lit up Rovigo with a thrilling 48-24 win over Argentina to reach their first World Rugby Under-20 final since 2014. So sparked by Hashem Api's brilliance and then Cheswell Euster's length of the field stunner, the Boks ran in 6 tries in an inspired team display, pretty much carrying on where they left off. They now face New Zealand in Saturday's highly anticipated title showdown. It's written in the stars. Now we get on to football, and Banyana were on fire last night. They cruised into the Women's Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinals with a dominant 4-0 win over Mali in Oja last night. Goals from Ramalepe Jane with an absolute stunner of a free kick. Magaya and Donnelly, they capped an impressive performance as Banyana now topped Group C unbeaten. The defending champs now face Senegal in Saturday's last 8 clash, and of course brimming with confidence and just the right kind of momentum. As I said, the girls are on fire. Hopefully I haven't jinxed them by saying that, and that's where we leave our sport for now. Brand new day, and we will no doubt have some news on the environmental front to bring in, so let's get the latest.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's get into your weather news for the first time today, where environmental news this morning is a passionate call from Deputy Environment Minister Naren Singh for urgent global climate action. Now, speaking at the G20 Environment and Sustainability meeting in Kruger National Park, Singh warned that the world is running out of time to meet sustainable developmental goals. He highlighted worsening poverty, record high emissions, and rising chemical pollution, urging accelerated efforts. Under South Africa's G20 presidency, climate change and air quality have become separate focus areas, a move aimed at driving deeper, more systemic solutions for a warming world. And let's get into that sunrise view of the hour. This one's in from our fam, Gary Orkamp from Greenfields in East London. Thank you so much, Gary, for getting in touch, opening your eyes and thinking about us to share this beautiful, breathtaking morning view. I absolutely love the fact that the sun is reflecting so gorgeously against the dense clouds there, that even if you're only expecting 19 degrees today, you still know that it's going to be a good day indeed. Shout out to you, Gary. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And if you too would like to be like him, 0630369649 is that number to send your pictures on through as we get into your temperatures for this morning.
I hope no matter which side of the world you're on today, my friend, I hope good things are coming in terms of those temperatures. However, in terms of good things, we love it when we get to chat to you all about your good morning in terms of what we're chatting about for the post. So we head out onto social media, we use hashtag Expresso Show, and today's question has everything to do with the school holidays. And we're literally just asking you, Mzansi, how are they going? You know, what's going down? And how we want to know is you using emojis. Use the house, use the heart, you know, use maybe, I don't know, a little bit of a Ferris wheel. Maybe you've gone out and had a bit of fun, perhaps even a movie, use some popcorn, whatever it may be. We want to hear about it. And parents were asking, are you surviving? Kids were asking, are the parents doing the right thing? Taking you out a little bit, maybe just playing a game with you, because it comes in all different forms when we talk about fun. But we want to see how the school holidays are going with some emojis emojis. Do the right thing. Send it through on the WhatsApp line. It is 063-036-9649. And of course, hashtag Expresso Show all over our social media pages. And you can also send us a voice note because we always love to hear that beautiful voice of yours. With that being said, though, there's still so much more to come right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You just got to make sure that you stick around.
All right, so we have been lamenting the fact that, yes, the flu nasties have landed a bit heavy this year, and it seems to be circling around our studio.
Yeah.
I think I might have been the latest carrier monkey to bring it back in. I'm sorry,
Let
but
me
we
sit
can't
away
take
from
time
you.
off. So we've got to find other ways of fortifying ourselves, and we want to look after our kids so that that cycle doesn't repeat itself when we send them back to school. Anissa Vared is here. I saw the scrubs before I saw the beautiful lady. She is in the house to help us.
I can't wait to get into all the tips and tricks. And then also, when it comes to that, we also want to take care of our kids indoors when it comes to activities. And we will show you once again what to do with them. If you run out of ideas, don't worry. We've got you covered, Expresso fam. So come through prepared with all the knowledge that will come your way straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And listen, it is a Health Tuesday, and I'm pretty sure you need this one because of cold weather settling in. South Africa is seeing a significant increase in respiratory illnesses. Now, in the past few weeks alone, testing shows about 15.8% of samples were positive for influenza and 16.7% for RSV. And we'll get into what RSV is in just a bit.
Oh, well, you don't want to tell us what it is right now. You don't want to explain to us.
Respiratory.
Rhino. We'll get on to it.
Good duck.
Well, it's affecting a lot of us, so we best know more about it. Alarmingly, the flu season began 4 weeks earlier than in 2024. That's a little sneaky, and the earliest start since 2010, in fact. This rise especially threatens young children, infants, older adults, and immune-compromised individuals. Well, luckily for us today, pediatrician on tap, Dr. Anissa Vared is here to explain how families can protect their children and themselves. Doc, thank you so much, but you do yourself in by wearing your scrubs here here.
Yes.
'Cause now now you're on the
I've got
clock.
to look the part, and I'm ready for flu season. Like, it's hitting us hard.
Well, I don't think any of us were ready. It came early, and it does feel like here it's just been circulating. It's never left the building. Has it been really hectic on your side?
It has been. So we call winter season the respiratory surge season for us doctors. So we're already planning next year's season because we know we need a carbo load, and we know when summers kind of start settling down and going away, all of us pediatricians are going, okay, what's happening with the wards? Let's get extra doctors, let's get extra staff because we know our wards are going to get full.
I can see you running
And it's been
laps,
loading.
doing sprints,
It's just
hill
week is for
sprints.
me. Like, you are sorted, you are taken care of. But when it comes to the parents, we also want to equip them in the best way. So what are some of those symptoms that they can look out for with their children?
So early symptoms is always the snotty nose, bit of sneezing, looking a bit off. Sometimes the children are looking a bit lethargic. And then it progresses over to being sometimes just starting off with a dry cough, and then progresses to that naughty kind of wet, moist, noisy breathing kind of cough. And later on, they can actually be quite lethargic and not want to actually eat and drink.
And just think of yourself when you've got full-on flu. Like, I know we joke about the man flu, but your body struggles to distinguish what's going on here, and it feels like you're dying.
Yes.
So in little people, they don't necessarily have the coping mechanisms as much as the immune system. So why is it that children and young children are so much more at risk over that time? Is it an immune system thing?
If you think about it, as adults, we're always going through flu season. So we're kind of getting those infections and we build up our immune system. Children are still developing. But the biggest thing is children's got smaller airways than us. So just a slight amount of inflammation will cause them to actually become more symptomatic.
Yeah.
See.
Now, earlier on, we did mention some data, some facts, and I want to get into this. Also, you have to break down what RSV is. But testing from early June shows in almost 1 in 6 samples tested positive for influenza, right? So how widespread is this really? Because if we look at 1 in 6 in this circle right now,
Who is the one?
Who is the one?
Exactly.
Patient zero. So RSV is respiratory syncytial virus. Okay, it's the nasty virus that there isn't really kind of much things to kind of treat them for. Generally, this year, we normally expect RSV to start around mid-Feb and kind of start the kind of flu season off. But this year, RSV started a month later. Flu season started a month earlier, and it started with influenza A. So that's why it feels like it hit harder. And the issue is that the pandemic kind of screwed us over. So what happened was,
thrown everything out.
yeah, so we're now 5 years later, we're kind of starting to reset into kind of those old ways. And that's why it's kind of looking like the data, it's kind of hard to predict the data because it's kind of starting to reset a bit.
And to be quite honest, Doc, we know data can be used in whichever way, whatever agenda it needs to be applied. And COVID taught us that, certainly, as well. So I bless you for finding the human connection through all of this, because you must be thinking, like, what is going on with the world?
I know, that's what us doctors are saying, because we're seeing these kids and then we're looking and going, we see the swab and we're like, wait, why is it picking up now?
Right.
And what's going on? It's very tricky.
Should we be alarmed? Is it a chance to, like, shore up the defences, circle the wagons? Or is it just par for the course?
This is part of the normal winter season. I think the big thing is that what we're trying to preempt is trying to protect a lot of these infections. So getting those flu vaccines early on, because we do know that, especially with flu season, there's going to be quite a few waves of that flu. And we already hit 2. During school holidays, so everything's kind of slowly resetting.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of hibernating at home, hiding away from the bugs. But when school starts next week,
Back into the petri
we're
dish.
going to start kind of carbo loading for that again.
Okay, so thankfully I don't have kids yet. I'll get there eventually. I'll try to stay safe as much as I can. Quick one, Doc. When should your kids see a doctor? When should parents actually get into that gear?
So with the viruses, they tend to peak around day 2 to day 3. So we expect them to be at their worst. Generally should start settling down after that. So if they're not settling down, they're finding their symptoms are actually looking a bit more worse than what you would normally expect. They're struggling to eat or drink, if they're having trouble breathing, especially if they're using the abdominal muscles to actually breathe, or smaller little ones, we call it head bobbing.
Trying to carry
where
the
they're
load.
starting to kind of look like they're running the marathon, but they're just sitting there. That's when you say you need to go to the emergency.
Lungs, though, they're tiny little lungs,
Tiny
man.
lungs,
And
no
their little respiratory-
muscles.
Oh,
Yeah, they just...
no. Kids are strong. Don't be fooled. Kids are tough little things. I would like you, Doc, to just think about this, and you guys and teachers can think about this at home. What point is it contagious, and can we or can we not allow them to go to school? Don't answer just yet. You can think about that or research it. But I think bottom line is, We now need a relationship with our pharmacists
Yes.
like we never have before.
Ever before. So let's hear it out for our Pharmacy of the Week, please. Proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, celebrating the everyday heroes making a difference in their communities.
So this week we are shining a well-deserved spotlight on the local choice pharmacy in Mountain View in Rustenburg in the northwest, where care goes way, way beyond the counter, but you need to see for yourself.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
For me as a pharmacist, it's important for me to take care of my patients and to listen to their needs. For me as a pharmacist, it's not just about counting tablets and just dishing out medicines, but it's to listen very carefully to what your patients actually tell you and then to treat them accordingly. Don't just answer them, but listen to them and then advise them to give them the best therapy that you as a pharmacist know. Health in South Africa is not always available to everybody. It's not always accessible, especially in the rural areas. If you think of our pharmacy, we've got 2 clinics available from 8 to 8 every day, and making it affordable for clients to actually come to our pharmacy, not always having the money to see a doctor. We've got a PCDT pharmacist on site as well, where I can diagnose and actually prescribe medicines to the right diagnosis that I actually make in our clinics and to treat you to the best of my ability. Not all customers have medical aids, but some of them actually do have, and they've got a part of their medical aid where they can actually use their pharmacy advice therapy treatments. If I look at that, that's where we as a first line come in and treat you accordingly, and we can use your medical aid accordingly and what they can actually pay for you. I think if you can't afford a medical aid, and that's where your pharmacist actually comes in, because if you look at what we've got and availability of stock, we can treat you accordingly. If we look at the word Brave, that is sponsored by Adcock Ingram OTC, it's actually a big word, and it's not always being brave. It's being there for you, being reliable, being available, being versatile, and earning your trust as a customer.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Oh, we do love our pharmacists, and shout out to that Pharmacy of the Week, always shining a spotlight on our healthcare professionals. But now, though, speaking about professionals, our ever-seasoned professional is right here. Celeste Anthony, familiar face right here in the Expresso studios, and a familiar voice on Good Up FM. She's on the Pulse 6 to 9 p.m. in the evenings, Monday through to Thursday, and you're here to bring entertainment.
When I'm here, it's the Skinner Couch.
It's the Skinner Couch
Yeah.
officially. We have renamed it, and then we're also going to touch down with a dip-out moment with Omar in just a little bit. And of course, part 2 of that conversation that we had with the good doc continues straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. It's winter, it's flu season, it's cold and it's raining, and we don't care. We're going to fight back. But we've got a battle on our hands. This winter, flu and RSV are hitting South African families harder, earlier than expected. In fact, everything's been thrown up into the air. Now, we are going to unpack some practical ways to protect ourselves, our household, our kids, from vaccines to simple home care. And we've got pediatrician Dr. Anissa Vide back here with trusted, easy-to-follow advice. In fact, we've been loving our little winter chill chat so much we even got into COVID in the crazy journey. But I think in all areas of life we are normalizing and trying to get back to some kind of rhythm, even if it's a flu season rhythm. We want it. I think one area that has become politicized, and we talk about data being used in whatever agenda, when it comes to vaccines and those sorts of things, the preventative measures. Where do you sit in that space as someone who has to look after our children when you know the tie hits the tar? How do you feel, and what should we be
So
thinking?
the big thing is the flu vaccine. So that's going to protect against the influenza. And I think the big thing is that it's never too late to get that flu vaccine.
Really? Okay.
So it's beneficial no matter when you're going to get it, as long as it's out and it's available for that season. If you get it in the middle of the season now, it's going to take around 2 weeks to protect you, but it'll protect you for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the big things that we're trying to kind of remind our patients. Don't forget to get that flu vaccine.
And especially
Don't be
with that
scared.
flu season now extending
Exactly.
as much as it is.
And we can't predict how long it's going to be. Every year it's going to be a bit longer. With RSV, unfortunately, there's no vaccine. And it's the high-risk kids that we're kind of a bit worried about.
So then how do we protect the high-risk kids? What do we do in those cases?
So those high-risk patients, there's no prophylactic antibiotics because it's a virus. The big thing is with some of our high-risk patients, we can actually speak to the medical aides to ask them to try and protect, to write up an injection. It's a monoclonal antibody. So it's trying to kind of...
Write that down. I don't think you're going to remember it.
If you want to say it very fast, palivizumab or Synagis. It's a vaccine to try and add some immunity against the RSV, but the medical aids aren't paying for it because it's very expensive.
Okay.
And it's not really available actually in the state facilities. So it's only for a very small population that's actually affected by RSV. But I suspect in a year's time, we're going to have something different to talk about. There is a lot of research going on about RSV, and there's going to be a vaccine that will be available probably in the next year or two for our mothers to actually get to try and add that protection against the kids.
And when you hear about these sorts of things, I mean, we might be a year away from hydrogen energy free for the world. AI is changing the game, and I would imagine in the medical space, when it comes to testing and that part of the process, we're going to see breakthroughs beyond anything that we've
it's
seen.
definitely coming through very quickly at the moment.
I love that. So if vaccinations and that sort of thing are out of the cards, I loved from the COVID journey how we all went all out to protect each other. Should we be thinking like that again, looking at how widespread the problem is?
We do. So all of our COVID babies don't know about the masks. And I think we all I think our children that went through COVID season, they remembered, don't forget to wash your hands properly, use soap and water, sanitize. Don't forget it. Everyone's forgotten about
I still sing happy birthday while I'm washing my hands. Nothing wrong with
Exactly.
it.
So I think the big thing is basic hygiene, hand washing, using the sanitizer. If you're feeling sick, rather wear that mask. It'll protect you and everyone else from getting affected.
I think my greatest pain is when I think of how disruptive it is when one of our kids has to be sick, because it's not just them sick at home alone. A parent has to manage that situation in the context of South Africa, where single parents and gogos are looking after the majority of children in this kind of situation. How do we protect our children? Are there kind of ways that don't break the bank that we can look at protecting our household and looking after our kids, and especially when they get sick?
So I think the big thing is always keeping up with the multivitamins. So keeping up your iron levels, your vitamin Ds, your vitamin Cs, just to try and build up the immune system. And I think
Fortify, yeah.
Exactly. And I think the big thing is having that healthy diet, making sure you're getting outdoors, getting some natural sunlight. It'll get you out of that house to actually breathe fresh air, so you're not kind of percolating that bugs within the house, but also simple measures about, I think, making sure you always got saline spray to kind of flush out that nose when your child starts looking a bit ill, making sure you're speaking to your pharmacist, making sure you've got that little mini pharmacy at home, so when your child gets sick, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know what to kind of lean towards.
And you would know this better than most. Often as a parent, you need the reassurance more than you need a solution.
Exactly.
You just need to know that they're going to be okay, because they will be okay.
Yeah.
Children are incredibly tough. coexisting in the same space. Now, if one gets sick, and how do we manage that? And when is it okay to send them back to school? Is there a blanket answer for that?
So I think that generally by the time they're symptomatic, they've already been in that contagious stage for a day or two. So they've already kind of started spreading it to the rest of the family. But they are still kind of, especially with RSV, contagious up to 5 to 7 days after the onset of symptoms.
Okay.
So our big thing is keeping our children at home when they're getting sick, mostly to kind of keep that virus together, but also to prevent it spreading around like wildfire in the creches.
And it will, and schools are quite draconian. I say that looking right at you, schools, but I understand you've got to look after the rest of our kids as well. But thank you so much. I think it's going to take a united front in the right kind of way. And I'm sorry you've spoken about COVID so much, but I think it's good that we have a mass response to these mass surges as we're experiencing right now, so they can't get politicized and taken away from us. But thank you so much for quite literally looking after our kids. Hopefully that's given you a few tidbits there to think about. Most importantly, look after yourself and look after your little ones, because we love you too much and we want to see you tomorrow.
That is right. Okay, the kids are taken care of. Now let's get to the office drama, all right? You know that moment when the office tea is so boiling hot, you look at the kettle, you're going, are we in competition right now? The drama is flying, the group chats are lit, and you're just trying to stay calm and clock out emotionally. We've all been there almost every single day. That's when it's time to dip out with Oma. So whether you disappear for a rusk break in your kitchen, or even pop in your earphones or your headphones with a rusk in hand, and you go about your to-do list, we want to know all the details. Please spill the tea with us. We want to know how you dip out with Oma when there's just too much drama at work. Maybe you are the drama, but then you still need to protect your peace and get the job done at the end of the day. Share your answer with us using our social media and using that hashtag Dip Out with Oma and listen Expresso fam. You could win 2,000 Rand in cash plus an Oma Russ hamper packed with all of your favorites. It's just the perfect escape when the tea is getting hot, especially like I said, when the drama's about you. And in just a bit, we get to chat with Miss Celeste to find out her work drama. We happen to work at the same place, so I'm very curious to hear a little bit more about this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into it. When you face work drama, Celeste, Anthony, what do you do?
So it's work drama, but it's studio drama.
It's studio drama.
Is a very small, confined space. In the drama, there's no way you can go. So this is what I do. Sorry?
Yeah.
So I'll be with you in a second. And I put my headphones on, or I turn the music up to an unconversational level. I'll turn it up to an unconversational level, and you don't get to speak to me. Very easy.
Okay.
And I'll go, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you, but I won't get back to you because the song is really long.
And then there's
by the
another
time
song.
I come back, you've forgotten, or you're frustrated and you've walked off. So I win either way.
You know what? I should be here taking
Write it down, write it down.
of all of that. That's brilliant, though. Because honestly, when it comes to live broadcasting, whether it's TV or radio, there's no time for drama.
There's no time for drama. But
Now
there's
we
always, in those spaces, there is always drama because everyone's like really high on emotion.
All the time.
All the time.
Because we also work with creatives, and that's just the way it is. What about work WhatsApp groups? You know, those always go crazy as well. Are you like, you out there calling people out? You laughing on the side? You have side chats?
I've got
and
side chats.
groups? Oh.
I know you've got side chats.
I don't have side
Am I
chats.
right?
I don't have side
Tell
chats.
us the truth. I've got side chats. I send it off to the side chat group. I go, what
Oh, there's a whole side chat group.
I go, what's happening?
What
Then
are
I
they?
go, Carissa, you say, and then I feed the information through. That's what I do.
It's not coming from your mouth.
It's not coming from my
It's not coming
mouth.
from your mouth. I love that. All right, so the headphones are on. We're dipping out with Oma. The phone
100%.
is on. We're chatting to the besties.
Dip out.
Dipping out with Oma. I love that.
Only way.
How about family drama?
Oh, no, I'm front and center with family drama.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
the
a different
mediator.
approach.
I'm the mediator. I take the stance. They come to me, they feed me the information, and I speak up. That's why I'm in my family. And I
Now,
feel
can't we have that, Celeste, in the workplace as well? We do need a mediator sometimes. We need somebody to guide the conversation. Okay, if in doubt, just bring this to the table and
Okay,
say,
fair.
all of y'all, take a minute.
Take a minute,
Have
take a breather.
rest,
Have
take
a rest.
breather. Dip out.
And this one smells really good, so it's a good
tastes
choice.
even better. I would suggest you take one right now. It's the new hot cross buns. It is a limited and special edition. Please grab one and let me know, out of 10, your thoughts on it as I sip my coffee.
First this. Oh, that's great, Carissa.
You gotta
It
do the
smells
smell
like,
test.
It smells like Christmas. Do you know what Christmas smells like?
Yes, warming
Cinnamony,
spices.
nutmeggy.
And Easter.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Tastes like it smells.
Yes. A 10 out of 10 every single time. Well, listen, that was Celeste Anthony's work drama, and I'm still yet to be added to this side group.
Tonight.
What's
Tonight.
the qualification? Oh,
Tonight.
I'm in.
You're in.
Okay, thank you, Celeste. And remember, Expresso fam, you can win 2,000 Rand cash plus an Omar Russ hamper this week. Now, entries close on Monday, the 21st of July. So get dipping and get to posting. T's and C's apply, and all of them can be found on expressoshow.com. Let me enjoy my rest now. I did 5 dips.
5 dips, it's going to break.
Never that.
Dip out with Oma this winter. Tasty, filling, and oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
Zanzi, you're still right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and no matter where you are this morning, I hope you're keeping warm. I'm trying to do so with a delicious cup of coffee. However, we also love to keep you warm with everything we bring you in terms of your Feel Good Breakfast show. So let me let you in on what you can still expect. On the way, we want to help you out, parents. Remember for the Good Morning Post, we were asking all about what it is that the holidays have been looking like with the kids. Well, we know that it's cold outside, and therefore, we need nice things to be able to do inside with the kids. So activities that you can get up to, ooh, forgive me, my earring. We're going to be getting into it right here on S3, and then we're also going to be jumping on into a little bit of something that I am so excited about. You know how the youth are genuinely just taking the bull by the horns and saying, yes, I am in charge now. Oh, we've got a 23-year-old author who is making mathematics so much more exciting, and her name is Bochelo Mtomboti, and trust me, you need to meet her. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be jumping on into all of that and a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show in a little bit. But first, let's take a short break, and we'll see you after this.
That scratchy sore throat? Time to shut it down with Medicule A, the fast-acting lozenge that soothes irritation and helps fight infection. Real relief right when you need it, because your voice deserves to be heard, not silenced. Want to stand the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash? Hit up Expresso's social media, answer the weekly competition question using hashtag #AdcocOTCWinter to enter. Entries close on Sunday. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso right here on S3. The winter holidays are here, okay? There's no denying it. You're knee-deep in it as well. And while kids may be thrilled about this, parents often find themselves asking, now what?
Oh,
where do
man.
we go from here?
And it's tough, and I think it's around this time of the holiday that I think parents are scratching their head. Like,
Yeah.
it's enough soft play, all right? Take nothing away from those kind of parks, but we need more indoors. Well, luckily, you don't need a big budget or even perfect weather outside to take those core memories, make them real with our kiddos. And today we are joined by mom, content creator and lifestyle guru Taria Fakir Fortune to share her go-to ideas for keeping the little ones entertained, connected and healthy indoors, because we've also got to take cognizance of
We
food
do.
season as well, so we'll keep them safe.
Tara,
Welcome.
welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
For having
Are
me.
you sane? Are you awake? Are you alive?
I am. I had my cup of coffee, so I'm ready to go.
But no, you're on always go mode because you've got 2 kids. And how old are your kids?
So they are 1 and 3
You're in the trenches,
Yeah.
girl.
I'm thinking, are they
Love it.
here? Are they hiding behind
Yeah.
a corner? No, you
No,
are
no.
you're child free this morning.
Yeah,
So we can
yeah.
engage in proper conversation. But we do want you to pull from everything you've been doing with them, because winter holidays, of course, means a lot of time indoors. And sometimes you run out of ideas of where to go. So what have you been leaning on? Do you have any like really simple but go-to activities that you've been doing?
So I've got 2 boys, so we love forts. I mean, we give us some pillows and a blanket, and we'll make castles.
Oh, forts rule.
And then they love those magnetic tiles, so we can go hours on those. We do like towers, and we do different shapes. So yeah, so we're just building things all the time.
Free
Boys
play.
love to
but
build, eh?
that's the thing, it's if you create that safe place and give them the opportunity, that's when they
Imagination
absolutely
goes,
learn.
yeah.
I'm finding being separated from my kids, where the routine is taken out. So they've spent their holiday in the UK visiting my wife's family, and it's been great, but I can see they're lacking. It becomes almost traumatic, the lack of routine. So during the holidays, you can sneak in routines. You can maybe work in healthy habits, up their workload a little bit. But how would you suggest going about that, kind of keeping some normalcy throughout that holiday period?
So I think keeping a steady like wake time and bedtime, just keeping that sort of
That rhythm,
that rhythm,
for sure.
yeah. And always making sure that their meal times are more or less the same, so they have a sense of, routine, as you said, yeah.
And they wash their hands. You make them wash their hands before they do everything.
Yeah, they have to. Even us as adults, I try to do that as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like they have to, because now they go back to school, and then the adjustment is even more challenging.
Yeah,
no?
it becomes a shock.
It becomes a shock. So you kind of have to have those moments. And how about healthy habits? Do you kind of let them go crazy during the holidays, or do you incorporate those too?
No, you know what, we try and stick by our routine, holiday or not. So, I mean, they've got their breakfast time in the morning, and then we do the immune booster syrup, which they love because it's orange flavoured.
Yum.
And that goes whether it's school holidays or not. So, I mean, they're eating healthy all year round,
That's the culture. That's
Yeah.
the culture in the
Yeah.
household, and I absolutely love that.
That's a good mum right there.
And kids, luckily, like you give them a box and they'll be happy. Like you say, they'll build forts for the rest of the day. Kids also like repetition of activities and the movie. Yes, we can watch Moana for the 700th time this holiday. It's fine. Now, the terrible thing, I've started watching Frozen with the family not even there, just to feel them closer to me. Lost in the world. It'll happen. No. So when it comes to crafting and that sort of thing, that's a great way to leave kids for like sandbox, go and play for 3 hours. What's worked for you in that space?
We love, so like I literally got this off TikTok. So we do plain yogurt, different food colorings. So you can make your own edible paint. I mean, it's like non-toxic. It's super cool.
Wow.
If it ends up in their mouth, nothing's gonna happen to them.
they're just gonna have a blue.
Yeah, and another cool one is we take like sticky tape, like and then we go on a walk, and whatever they pick up along the way, whether it's a leaf or flower, they collect it around their little this, and it's so sweet.
Like a bangle now. With all the
it's so
flowers.
inexpensive. It's so simple. It's like a little trinket.
It's a keepsake, but that's beautiful because they're also learning through the process and they're touching, and that's you want to counter the nature deficit disorder.
That's the way to go. I love it. Also, I feel like games and fun activities are also kind of gender neutral. Like, you don't have to go for flower walks with just the girls. Like, any kid, any human, any person wants to connect with nature.
Absolutely.
So that's
And
really
it's
important.
vital
It's
for us
vital. How about arts and crafts? Do you ever find yourself with crayons, pens, scissors,
Oh yeah.
toilet paper you're making out
Old
of something?
sponges.
Yeah. Do you do
Yes.
stuff like that?
Yeah, now that you've mentioned it, I mean, my eldest, he's 3, so he's always around scissors. He's like asking me, Mom, can I cut? I'm like, okay, around me, sure. So we do like out of toilet rolls, literally. I mean, old school sometimes. You just take an empty toilet roll, you've got your markers, you can do your funny faces on there. So yeah, that's something.
Even the elbow macaronis, you can make things out of those.
With the
I
slings,
love
yeah.
that.
If people want to find out more, if people want to DM and plug into what you guys get up to, it sounds like every day. How can people connect and
My
learn a bit?
Instagram. I'm most active on my Instagram, yeah.
Sure. Do you want to give us your handle?
Sure, it's Tyra.fakir.
Awesome. Tara, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you so
today.
much for having me, guys.
That was fun. And good luck with the kids for the rest of the holidays.
Stay safe.
Yes,
Stay
most importantly.
safe and warm and dry. Winter holidays don't have to be a stressful time or boring. It can be that opportunity to create core memories. And while you're planning playtime, don't forget to prepare for those sniffles as well. Keep everybody as happy and healthy as we can. And the Adcock Ingram Winter Survival Pack is amazing. It helps families stay healthy with immune support, cold and flu relief when you need it most, and then wellness must-haves as well.
Absolutely. Now, if you haven't caught any of that, make sure to visit the website beprepared365.co.za. It's got all the tips ready for you so that you can check that out later. But listen, you also stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash. So reply to the competition posts on our Expresso social media pages and just tell us this one thing. Has your day ever been ruined by a sore throat? Tell us what happened and tell us how you managed to handle that. And don't forget to use that hashtag @AdcockOTCWinter. Now, this competition does close on the 20th of July. That's very soon. And T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Okay. Listen, I know exactly what you're thinking. We're dipping out, we're having a good time and all of these things, but right about now, we need to get into something that I truly believe is where the future is at. I am talking about young people, like I said earlier on, taking the bull by the horns. And my friend, today we get to meet a CEO who's only 23 years old. She's also an author, and she's someone who is truly allowing young people to really have access and just feel a little bit more comfortable with mathematics, all in the name of using poetry with maths. Crazy, right? But it works, and it's so beautiful. I am talking about none other than Butselo Mtomboti, who is, in fact, an accounting sciences student who is doing the things that need to be done to really get it out there that, kids, it is possible to be able to be really good at mathematics, but there's also so many fun ways to be able to do it with. It is called the Poetic Finance of Books and Novels. That is the name of her company. And, of course, the book particularly is The Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics. Everyone, let's give Butselo a beautiful welcome, please. Butselo, how are you, baby?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I am so proud of you. From winning awards to allowing young people to enjoy maths in a different way. Talk to me, my love. You know, what inspired just you starting to write and really want to be an author?
Okay. I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. So when I was growing up, I didn't have the guts to speak to anybody. So I bled on paper. I wrote poems that reflected how I felt.
Yes.
And that's how my journey with writing began.
Yeah.
So one day I was like, Butselo, you love mathematics, you love poetry. So why don't you combine the two?
Yes.
Why don't you introduce a new way of learning? Because South Africa needs more statisticians, and if not mathematicians. I mean, a maths class has always been a serious class.
Yes.
I want that strong interaction between a teacher and a student, you know? And I feel like poetry is a good way for doing that.
That's so beautiful. And I think it's such a creative way as well. And I think it's such a beautiful way to reach young people as well. Because when you think about it, remember how excited we all were about poetry? So I love that you're getting them excited about mathematics as well, by bringing it together. But my love, you've done so much, from winning awards to you now being an author, published and everything. There's so many different milestones you've already hit, and you're only 23 years old. What would you say has stuck out so far in your career for you?
I think the one moment that stuck out was when a retired mathematician, Professor Joanne Groundley, from the University of Oklahoma, managed to reach out to me regarding this poetry book. So she was like, Butselo, Google shared your name with me. And I'm like, I'm just an ordinary young lady from Soshanguve, a place that is very much crime related. And here am I receiving recognition from
Oklahoma, Sana.
Oh my goodness. Like, that is just so crazy, okay? Like,
Butselo, you are a big deal. But he's saying you're ordinary. My sister, you are extraordinary. In fact, you are to the power of a million when. In fact, infinity, exactly. And we absolutely love it, because I feel like, you know, as young people, there is a responsibility, right? To, like you say, where we need more statisticians, there's a lot of things we need to take into our own hands and actually say, okay, we're actually going to be part of being the solution. But this is what I love about you, because you've used the poetic atmosphere of mathematics to really get that going already. Talk to me a little bit about the purpose of this book and what makes you think that genuinely it is a unique book, just to be even getting recognition from Oklahoma, honey.
Okay. So, Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics is a book full of pure maths poems, which aims to help struggling mathematics students understand the subject
better through poetry.
Yes.
For example, you can't be approaching solve for X questions while you don't even know the different types of numbers that we have. You don't even know anything about fraction. So this book covers basic mathematics, but through poetry in the Shakespeare form. Because there's like, I'm second to Shakespeare.
Yes, honey, I love it. You are our Shakespeare. That's you.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, as I was saying, the book covers basic mathematics, but through poetry. Yeah. So for there are 17 pure maths poems.
Yeah.
And each poem has a line-by-line explanation to make sure that the reader gets a better understanding. Like if you didn't understand the poem, there's like a deep insight into it.
Yeah.
Through understanding the poem part.
I love it. You're a modern-day Shakespeare, darling. All the way from Sosha. Doing it your way.
Soshanguve, stand up, okay?
Exactly, that's my girl. And talk to me, you know, I mean, I can imagine you've gotten to kind of know a few of your readers or even people who've just used your book. And what has been the feedback like exactly?
The feedback is amazing. Grades are getting better.
Wow.
Teachers are using this book during a pure maths class.
That's
and there's that fun interaction between, you know, I always encourage teachers and I'm like, if you are a teacher, call one of your students, let them read the poem in front of the whole class, discuss it.
Yes.
You know, maths should be fun. Maths and accounting should be fun. We can't always have like a serious class. You get that I'm saying? Yes, exactly. So the feedback is good. Grades are getting better. Students are loving this because, I mean, according to research, poetry improves memory skills and vocabulary. So, I mean, I got you guys.
You really got us, Sana. You're not just Shakespeare. You are helping the nation. You're a Tata Madiba of sorts, if you will. Exactly. But my babe, talk to me as well just about your writing process. You know, from you actually saying, okay, cool, I'm writing this down, I'm putting down my thoughts on paper to now the actual finished product. How does that work exactly?
Okay. So let me start by saying it wasn't an easy task. I approached a few mathematicians before I went on with this idea. And they were like, Botselo, you can't combine poetry and accounting. That's insane.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I'm going to do this.
Ooh, girl.
I believe, I mean, if something makes sense to me, who are you to tell me that it doesn't make sense?
Beautiful.
And fast forward to now, the book is out, and the very same mathematicians, they are like, Botselo, you are the best in the game.
I love
this
it.
Is beautiful.
Oh, Botselo, and this is why we appreciate all the incredible work that you're doing. Thank you so much, my love. And I think that this just shows that the future is 100% bright. Very quickly, where can we get a hold of this beautiful book?
Okay, so on all social media platforms, it's Botselo Mtombati.
Okay.
And then my email, it's poeticfinancebooks@gmail.com.
Lovely.
And also my business number. You can just WhatsApp only, guys. Don't call. Unless you want to take my book into the curriculum and
to
stuff.
Oklahoma,
yeah.
yes.
So my business number is 071 325 0898.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Botselo, and congratulations on everything, my love. You're doing incredible.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Listen, if you needed any other sign of the fact that the future's bright, my friend, oh, she's right here. Botselo Mtombati, leading the mathematics fight to say that, yes, we can be a nation that is all about STEM. We can be a nation that makes maths fun even and accessible to all. And this is why we are so excited to celebrate this incredible young woman. Now, listen. I tell you this as well. Do not go anywhere, because on the way, we still got so much more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, earlier on Expresso Fam, Graham asked you to help him choose between two quality sale looks: utility cargo jeans and a patterned shirt styled with a navy bomber jacket, or a check tapered slim fit trouser with a knit golfer and Malton coat. So let's take a look at the votes that have come through on our social media. Good morning, Charmaine. Definitely option one for our guy. It's stylish and speaks his playful character and also his friendliness. Wow, you got that one on the nail. All right, option one vote. Beverly says option one, perfecto. Thank you so much, Beverly. It looks like we're leaning towards one way. Good morning, my beautiful Expresso family. Graham makes anything look good on him. If I had to choose, it would be option one. Well, thank you, Natasha, and to all the ladies that got in touch. Option one seems to be the winning number, and you did well.
I like those comments today, I won't
love
lie.
those
There were some nice
comments
comments there. Thank you so much. And your choice is great. I'm feeling this vibe today.
One.
I think I would have felt a little too dressed up if I was too smart today. I'm a casual dad. I've been talking about my kids all day. I need to feel the part.
You're
I
a cool
absolutely
dad.
love this. The quality sale, 50% off. And we're not just fashion, homeware, beauty. It's incredible. If you're looking for statement pieces, that jacket that you love, that Melton that I could have worn earlier to finish off those looks. But the layers, guys, invest in your layers this winter because the sale is crazy.
It's unreal.
Absolutely
Also, these
crazy.
cargo pants, I'm so glad you put them on.
Okay,
They
you
look
go and
even
shop right
better.
now. No, in fact, you
Okay.
go and
I
hit
know,
the sale
my list
right
is waiting.
now.
Add to
Okay.
cart.
Leave my wallet, please. Don't. No, absolutely love it. You can, of course, shop in store now. The quality sale at Woolies, up to 50% off on selected items across the board. So please, you can check it out online. You can use the amazing app, which has got some little fashion capsules, I think that's what you call them, to inspire you. Most importantly, score your 50% off. The Woolies quality sale is here. Well done, guys. Love the choice this morning.
Oh, well done, Expresso fam. With just 3 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's get this hour started with your national news headlines. And we get started here with the Department of Higher Education, SAPS, and the Umalasi have intensified efforts to crack down on bogus colleges, with East London and the latest target after Johannesburg and Cape Town. Deputy Minister Mimi Gondwe expressed concern over discovering unregistered institutions posing as colleges and matric rewrite centres. Now, the campaign ensures institutions meet legal standards, display registration certificates, and offer accredited qualifications. The public is urged to verify institutions through the department's database. Now, the campaign will expand nationwide throughout the year to protect students. In other news in the country, SASSA has confirmed that no social grants have been suspended amid its ongoing review process for the 2025-26 financial year. CEO Themba Matlao clarified that beneficiaries with valid approved grants will continue receiving payments. Now, the agency conducts periodic eligibility checks as required by law and introduced a fourth monthly payment date to avoid disruption. Only those with changed personal circumstances may face a review. Now, beneficiaries receive regular payments need not worry or contact the agency. This new strategy aims to avoid confusion as well as hardship. Looking further afield at your international news-making headlines, where U.S. President Donald Trump has pledged top-tier weaponry to Ukraine through NATO allies, while threatening Russia with 100% secondary tariffs unless peace talks progress within 50 days. Now, after meeting NATO chief Mark Rutte, Trump said the U.S. would supply arms swiftly, including missiles and ammunition, with Europe covering costs. The aim is to help Ukraine defend against ongoing Russian attacks. Now, meanwhile, the tariff threat would penalize any country trading with Russia if no ceasefire deal is reached, escalating global pressure. Meanwhile, Uganda has reopened its border posts with the Democratic Republic of Congo, 6 months after they were closed due to violence in the DRC. Now, President Yoweri Museveni gave the order following a peace agreement between Rwanda and the DRC, which includes support for talks between M23 rebels and the Congolese military. Now, the Bunagana and Ishasha crossings in the north are now operational again, signaling hope for improved regional stability, as well as the resumption of trade and movement across the border. And out to a story to melt even the frostiest tennis hearts. Superstars Iga Swiatek and Jannik Sinner, both first-time Wimbledon singles champions, dazzled at the Champions Dinner on Sunday evening. Now, Swiatek had stormed through her final in just 57 minutes, while Sinner outplayed defending champion Carlos Alcaraz in 4 gripping sets. But it was their off-court charm that won everyone over at SW19. Iga floated in a lilac Stella McCartney gown, while Jannik looked sharp in Gucci. Despite their famously introverted natures, the pair lit up the stage with an adorable dance to roaring applause. Sweet, bashful, and of course beaming, tennis may have found 2 new champions, but Wimbledon found its darlings. A beautiful way to close off your 7 o'clock news. But speaking about sports, let's get into those headlines with Gray.
Now, before my friend makes the sport too warm and fuzzy this morning, let's get into some heavy hitting yesterday. Let's start with our T20 action and Dival Brevis smashing a blistering 41 off just 17 balls. And then debutant Ruben Herman adding 45 as South Africa beat Zimbabwe by 5 wickets in their first T20 tri-series clash in Harare. So chasing just 142, the visitors sealed the win with 25 balls to spare. George Linder starring with the ball in hand, taking 3 for just 10 in a very composed team effort, must be said. Well, speaking of composure, you don't get much better than this man on 2 wheels. Simon Yates powered to a mountain stage victory and a classy one in the Tour de France yesterday. Attacking late from that breakaway group, Ireland's Ben Healy then finished 3rd to take over the yellow jersey. That's now 29 seconds ahead of defending champion Tadej Pogacar. There was some home delight as well thrown in with France's Lenny Martinez claiming the polka dot jersey on Bastille Day. Obviously a very important day for the French. Now it's all heating up in the junior space in rugby as well. Following suit from the seniors, the junior Springboks lit up Rovigo with a thrilling 48-24 win over Argentina to reach their first World Rugby Under-20 final since 2014. So sparked by Hashim Peed's brilliance and Cheswell Eustis' length of the field stunner, and we've seen a few of those this tournament. The Boks ran in 6 tries in a very inspired team display as well. And they now face New Zealand in Saturday's highly anticipated title showdown. Oh, the stars have aligned for us. I love it. Hopefully the same can be said for Banyana, who are on fire at the moment. They cruised into the Women's Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinals with a dominant 4-0 win over Mali in Oja yesterday. Goals from Ramalepe, Jane with an unbelievable free kick, Magaya and Donnelly capped an impressive performance as Banyana now topped Group C unbeaten. The defending champs, they will face Senegal in Saturday's last 8 clash, and of course brimming with confidence and just the right kind of goal-scoring momentum. I'm really proud of the ladies at the moment. And we'll probably touch on those headlines one more time as we progress around 8 o'clock, but let's see if the roads have woken up.
Indeed. So let's get touchdown in Cape Town out in Goodwood, where heavy delays are experienced on the N1 inbound as a result of an accident that has occurred on Gilbeson Road. Now, there is a lane closure, so motorists should anticipate congestion and plan your routes accordingly. That is where we leave your traffic for now. Let's head into your weather. Well, in environmental news this morning, it's a passionate one and a call from Deputy Environment Minister, Naren Singh, for urgent global climate action. Now, speaking at the G20 Environment and Sustainability meeting in Kruger National Park, Singh warned that the world is running out of time to meet sustainable development goals. Now, he highlighted worsening poverty, record high emissions, and rising chemical pollution, urging accelerated efforts to make some change. Under South Africa's G20 presidency, climate change and air quality have become separate focus areas, a move aimed at driving deeper, more systematic solutions for a warming world. That's where we leave your weather, but let's get into that sunrise view to put the cherry on top. This one was sent from JP out in Robertson. Well, JP, let's have a look, see what your morning looks like. Absolutely Stunning, JP. Thank you for letting us know that, yes, we might be in the throes of winter, but maybe we might get a summer-winter day indeed. 20 degrees is what you can expect on your part, and I hope and wish you a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Thank you so much, JP, for doing what you do best, and hopefully inspiring the nation to do exactly that. 063-0369649 is where you get in touch, Expresso fam. Let us know what it's looking like on your parts as we get into your temperatures once again.
All right, so we've got weather and traffic, most importantly, sorted. And let's be honest, sometimes parking can be stressful. Don't worry, this is a safe place. Tight spots, maybe awkward angles, the view just not working for you. So what about people watching you while you reverse and park on that main road in front of a whole restaurant of people? Well, it's okay. Some of us do need a little bit of help when we park, and the Hyundai Alcazar is here, and it says we've got you with its smart parking features, including parking distance warning. We've got a rear view camera, which is being used right now. You can hear that I was nervously padding for just a moment there. I was wondering if my friend would be able to pull off the ultimate reverse park. I don't even know if we call this a parallel park, an alley dock. It's a studio parking, baby. I know you can no longer see me because the beautiful Alcazar has stolen the show. I like it. Perfect. Can I get in, guys? Do you mind?
Get in.
I feel like a bit of a third wheel outside the car. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Hi, guys. Are you fitting in here nicely? I see you've got lots of space in the back. Really, really cool. So I like this. Car, how was that for you?
I was so happy that I had an assist. I won't lie, reverse parking when it comes to, what is that one where you go like this in the road?
The
parallel.
yeah.
I get so
alley
stressed.
docking.
Alley docking. I get so stressed out. But having this with the guiding lines, and then it's got the warning of the yellow, the warning of the red.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
And it does help you actually learn, like on a deeper level, the dimensions of your car.
100%.
I come from the old school where obviously these sorts of cameras were a real luxury, okay? And you feel the luxury with all the bells and whistles in here, but I like the fact that nothing is like superfluous. Everything here is useful.
Serves its purpose.
It's compact. You don't have to kind of be too distracted from the actual driving of the process, but to shift from your rear view mirrors to your camera is seamless.
Game
and it
changer.
works. It really does.
I don't even look at the mirrors. All I do is keep my eyes focused here.
Do you have rims on your car?
Rims on my car? I'm going to go with yes.
Okay, well then look after them. No, are you the kind of person, because I love rims and I would spend like 20 grand on rims.
Oh no, I don't have rims. I don't have rims.
Exactly, but I have learned from being in my 20s that I ruin rims, okay?
No.
I'm that guy, and it's because of silly little parking things where you're just not concentrating. You don't see that little bit of curb jutting out. This is going to save you thousands.
I'm telling you, I was with my dad yesterday, and he says he actually looks at the reflection of the car in on the side of the window wherever we're parking, if it's next to a restaurant. I said, Dad, you don't need to be doing this anymore. You can
yeah,
just
exactly.
rely on
Look,
this.
dad hacks rock. So like for me, it's when I see the back corner, opposite corner of the car I'm parking to there, then I know Full swing, full turn.
swing.
This is after teaching my wife to drive for the last 6 months. So I think I've got it down. But I didn't realize to what extent these sorts of mod cons, look how old I sound. It's a mod con.
It's a mod con.
I've got some travel suites in the car if you'd like as well. Do we have travel suites in
Thank
here?
you, Grandpa.
Oh, come on, man. You've got to have travel suites, okay? But it's sleek.
Yep.
It's not too much going on here to draw away from what you actually need to do, because I think
Definitely.
concentration is key.
It is. It's also got those the sensor beeps that go off, and that helps me as well. So if I'm not really fully concentrating, goes, oh, Carissa, relax, something is around you.
But how often does that happen? Because we kind of have these explosive stop-start scenarios all day. Often when you get in your car, you're recalibrating.
Yeah.
You're thinking about something else. You're checking diary. You're doing whatever. To be able to respond to messages, listen, have it responded
Everything.
out. Use voice command to find where you're going. In your case, probably play your playlist.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Beyonce.
Yeah, 100%, because you must. I love it. I really think they've gone all in on what matters most.
Agreed.
And I think it's so important when looking at the tech that is going to back up a good ride, that it's not, again, superfluous, that it's not there just for the sake of.
No, it's not just bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Everything is not an ornament, but serves its purpose, like we were saying. And also, I think it's just for the modern driver, and it meets us where we're at today. So whether you're a young professional, whether you're somebody with a bigger family, whether you're that person that goes on road trips with 7 of your friends, like everybody.
You don't have 7 friends.
I've got
You've
one
proven
friend.
it.
I've
You've
got
proven
one.
it already, but that one friend could live large.
Exactly.
Okay, they could. No, it does have a huge amount of space, and it's so pretty.
It's so good.
And it's these seats, I don't want to kind of overstep the bounds, but they're kind of buckety. They're very like, this has got a performance feel about it. For a little SUV type vibe like this, it punches, I think, well above its weight class. Love it,
100%.
man.
So good. So whether you're a seasoned parker or you're trying not to curb the rims, Mr. Over here, the Hyundai Alcazar's smart parking features are here to just make your life so much easier.
Definitely. And when your car literally has your back and can see behind you to have your back, parking becomes part of the fun and not something to stress about.
That's
Even if
right.
you are parking in front of a busy street with like 5 restaurants, which I've had to do in Cape Town, which was
All
really
the
embarrassing,
time.
okay?
Street parking everywhere here.
Our Alcazar's got us covered. It's got our back.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I think I can reverse a little bit more.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. No, we're not. I promise you the show's not over. We're just going to have a little bit of fun.
We'll see you now.
Do a wheel spin.
I'll reverse
Don't do
little.
a wheel spin, please. Oh, look at you. Well done. Nice, well done.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
So while you drive your beautiful car, my friend, I know that during the holidays, sometimes we can drive each other crazy as the kids and the parents because we kind of don't know what to do, whether it be activities or perhaps even a little bit of snacking here and there. And this is why, as your Feel Good Breakfast Show family, we have put the onus on us to do our country duty to help you out during these holidays. So yes, we're here 6 to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday, but we also want to help you out in terms of the rest of the day, which is why coming up, we're going to be getting into some of the delicious treats that you can 100% put together for the kids so that they are taken care of when it comes to that snack time. And then we're also going to be jumping on into entertainment news. You know how much we love it here on Expresso. And we got Celeste Anthony who's going to be helping us out to break it down locally and internationally. It's all happening right here on S3. Make sure you do not go anywhere. Go and get a little bit of coffee, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do because here's a break. But when we come back, it's all going down and we're going to be doing it with you. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's true, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and the reason why you're feeling so good is because Celeste Anthony is still in the building. And we can't wait to get into what you had to say, Expresso fam, all around our Good Morning post. So we put the question out there to explain your school holidays in using only emojis, and I brought our interpreter with us to explain exactly what you had to say. So this was the question, right? We put it on out there that we had to basically let you go on Facebook as well as Instagram and let us know exactly what you think is happening. Okay, Celeste.
All right.
Salvi Orian got in touch. What are they saying?
Salvi said, from my interpretation, from my WhatsApp knowledge, I'm at home having lemon water, and then I'll go for a walk. No, I'm at home drinking lemon water, then I'll have breakfast.
Okay.
Are you with me? Then I'll walk my dog.
Oh.
Then I'll have fruit as
To replenish.
as a snack. Then I'll have supper. Then I'll watch a movie. I'll read my Bible. I'll have some water, and I'll go to bed.
That was
Thank you.
brilliant.
Thank you, thank you.
This can be added to your CV.
Thank you.
Emoji
Added
transcriptor.
100%.
Yes. Okay, Salvi, we got you. We got you. Another one from Caroline saying, "Good morning, Expresso fam." All right, Celeste, it's up to you.
I don't even know. Do you think this is a donut? Okay,
so.
I'll order in donuts.
Yes.
But I'll also have fast food. This is fast food. I'll just keep eating.
There's another donut.
I'll just keep eating, and when I'm done eating, I'll go through the drive-through, eat some more, play my music really loud, maybe go karaoke one night, and watch some movies with my love.
Oh,
That's
that
love.
sounds like the perfect Saturday afternoon into evening
I like
for
that.
me. I love it. Okay, thank you so much for that one. Simi, baby, what is going on your side?
Simi Sim, okay. Simi Sim is sad because someone else is also sad. So then they'll have breakfast, then they'll feel better.
Emotional eating. I
Emotional
relate.
eating. They'll also, everyone's having popcorn because that's like a movie snack, right?
Yeah.
And all they'll be doing for the rest of the day is snacking to make themselves feel better from crying.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Also, that's my Sunday sometimes, you know what I mean? Because the Monday blues hit, you go, oh no, tears.
Snacky time.
And it is snacky time. Thank you for saying that. I'm feeling a little snackish, and I know that we got to head into the kitchen because Graham has got us covered when it comes to snacks for the kids as well as the adults.
Yum.
Yes, indeed. During the school holidays, the kitchen, I think, quickly becomes the busiest room in the home, kind of the hub, and that's a good thing. And today we are sharing some of our favorite food hacks to help you stretch those meals out, keep the whole family satisfied, and even get the kids involved in the cooking fun. Kids and adults alike. An opportunity to have a little bit of fun, often with things that you'll have lying around, maybe not in volume where you think you can create a whole mood, kind of meal out of it, but you can create a station. And I love this, a DIY food station. It is such a great way to keep the tummies full during the school holidays, keep the kids active, and to help yourself set up. It can be fun for the whole family. In fact, so I'm going to invite the whole family in.
Family's ready for you.
Okay. Do you think Celeste is going to be chaotic or cool, calm in the kitchen?
She did tell me she's only surviving off a couple hours sleep, so a little chaotic.
Then I'm going to invite her in. So let's
Okay,
come in and
Celeste,
have a little cook with us. So
add
guys,
to our chaos.
we're going to have some fun. I'm just wearing the apron for protection because I don't know what's going to happen. So guys, we've got some little mini pizzas in the oven there. We've got some wraps here and a whole lot of little ingredients. Have a little fun. So obviously, for me, kids, the idea of a DIY food station is just so cool because if you can involve your kids in the making process, they're invested in the outcome. They want to eat what they want to make. But grown-ups can have a little bit of fun too. So you guys can go crazy. We've got some pans if you want to finish off your wraps in the on the pan. I like to do that because it's a kind of restaurant quality kind of vibe.
And you got the crispy outside.
But go crazy. So we've got all sorts of wonderful things. You can choose your palate. We've got our beautiful pre-roasted chicken strips, which are absolutely lovely. I know they've got some Tuscan, some barbecue, absolutely gorgeous. We've got our cured meats, some salami. You can also get some great chorizo, I think would be beautiful, especially as a pizza
The kids
topping.
deserve chorizo.
Come on. No, it's on the high-protein diet, okay?
Trying to get those gains,
Well,
bro.
you can make wraps for yourself as well, so you guys can have a whole lot of fun. Wrap
Where are you starting,
away.
Celeste? There's roasted hummus and there's roasted garlic mayo.
Garlic mayo.
I'm going
Make food
hummus.
fun. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly. And this is a great way to start introducing slightly more complex flavors with your kids. Because,
Right.
I mean, kids, when I joke about them liking familiarity, they will
They
literally
do.
eat the same thing and watch the same thing every day.
And
they're
never get
forced into-
bored.
No. It's almost like as soon as they've watched a movie they're like, yes, that's what
Yeah.
we want to watch.
That's
You're like,
it.
but we literally watched it this morning. Like,
I get
don't
that though,
understand.
because you know what's coming. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah, it's
surprises. It's like,
comfort.
oh, it's comfort.
And that's, remember, like with us, with our hierarchy of needs, it's one person standing in our head. Well, for some of us, maybe a few more voices in the head. But for kids, they haven't established that yet. So there's like 20 people in a room all putting their hand up, trying to have a voice in there. So go easy on them, okay? The
Adele.
more you can involve them and they can learn through the process as opposed to you trying to control them.
That's true.
And this gives them agency to enjoy food, agency to enjoy cooking. And I think most of us get to grown up and then we cook out of necessity because
I
we no
do
longer
that.
have a parent.
But also, why must we cook
I'm so
every
lazy.
day?
Okay,
Who
talk
gave
me
us
through
the manual?
I know, exactly. No, hey, girl, you're cooking for the whole family now. So
Well, she's almost a wife, so
Ever.
yes, I can.
I'll do that.
Why are you just copying me?
No. Graham, you saw me. I
improving on it.
Yeah,
I think,
because I've
is
got
what's
Evo.
going on here. I think
Great.
that
Okay, I'm
she's
gonna add
adding the
more
spice.
cheese in.
I see cheese is
I've got
really
it. I've
is
got an
the-
idea.
Okay. Oh, you're going kind of burrito style pocket
And then I'm gonna
fold.
melt it and then open it
100%.
again,
Cheesy
and then
pockets.
put the lettuce
Cheesy
inside.
pockets.
She's beating me. If this was a competition, you would beat me.
Is it a time or an aesthetic competition?
It's a bit of both.
Or is it a
It's a bit
taste?
of
Or
both.
is it a
It's
taste
always a
competition?
taste competition. Okay.
Because I don't even think mine's gonna stay closed.
And
No,
this
it's
is
First of
also.
all, get your own pan.
Oh my gosh, Carissa.
Do we have a spatula? So
I'm the
before
sous
I'm going to
chef.
poke you with the cupboard. Now I'm going to go across. And
Okay,
get you,
do it. No, we can share a pan. I'm
Thank you,
okay with that.
Carissa.
If I can even find a spatula.
No, I can't even close it. Wait, it's too full.
Okay, it's looking good.
Okay, where does
so
the
I'm going one more
pineapple
drawer
come
here
in?
before I
Oh, I
crush
don't like
you
the
one. There
sweetness
we
with the
go.
savory, not necessarily.
Hey,
I don't like sweet with savory.
okay, I don't mind, but I think the pineapple's not going to work inside.
Okay, I would have quite liked the pineapple and
With the
and
chicken.
Ooh, that could be nice. But I think you can go sweet, you can go spicy. The joy here is even if your kids have completely different taste sets, and most kids will be like impossible to parent the same. This allows them for one meal to both have what they like.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And be invested in the process. I like it. What is this creation called?
This is a meat on meat supreme.
Oh, I like it.
Good name.
Eh? Yeah,
It's like I was trying to think Italian. It's an Italian sub.
Oh, I can see my son at break time. It's the meat on meat supreme, guys. It's a Tuesday.
Imagine your child having like something for lunch that they made themselves at home.
100%,
Right? Very
100%.
cute.
And you can start working on maybe the menu for going back to school. What do they want to get out of their nutrition? Let them
nice.
build those blocks up themselves. And
had an
from
idea.
freezer-ready snacks to DIY meal stations like this, which is a lot of fun. Woolworths will definitely take the stress out of school, holiday cooking, and added to that, school cooking as well. I like your style, Carissa.
Carissa's
Look,
fancy,
wait.
but I won't be intimidated.
wheels.
I won't be intimidated.
All right, well, we're going to watch this space with a relish. We don't actually have relish, but we'll watch it with everything else. Hummus, roasted red pepper hummus. And hand over to Josie. We will head back to see the finished creations in just a moment, but if you want to start creating, expressoshow.com. I don't know where that's going, but that's great. That's...
At an angle, at an angle.
Oh, no, now it's restaurant quality. It's cuts at an angle. So I needed to come back for a second here for you to please explain the roll. What do we call that?
It's an Italian roll. That's how the Italians roll.
That's how they roll
That's how
on
they
these
roll.
streets, yo. That's how they roll.
But yours does look restaurant
There you
quality.
go.
It really does. There is a term we have in this
Nice.
industry that I can't say during the breakfast TV time slot about what you guys are doing here. No, I absolutely love it. It's about getting creative in the kitchen. We will see you in a moment. Very
wanna taste
creative,
it.
guys. Very, very creative.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we've cooked. We've had a little bit of entertainment, but I feel like we could up that entertainment game just a little bit. And so we brought in Celeste Anthony to help us along with local and international news. Now, this wonderful woman, one of my favorite humans, brings authenticity, warmth, and definitely some fearless edge to every single conversation. She, of course, is the voice behind Good Up FM's The Pulse and a rising force in the South African entertainment scene. Now, whether she's sharing candid reflections on mental health or lighting up the airwaves with the latest celebs buzz, she joins us this morning to break down what's been trending. All right, so let's get into it without talking for too long.
That was quite a CV.
It was a CV.
But can she
Are you
cook?
applying for a job? What's happening?
Out of 10, what would you rate me? Be honest.
I think we managed to find 5 non-meals out of all of the ingredients there, to be quite honest. It was quite interesting.
First of all, great. The proof is in the pudding. You gotta taste it. You gotta taste it. Celeste, local news.
Local news.
Today in breaking news. Let's get into it. Holly Ray, she becomes a local ambassador for the Global Diabetes Campaign. We've been seeing this moment kind of developing for a little while, and now one of our favorite singers has finally done it. She's joined forces with Barbie in a powerful global campaign to launch the first ever Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. Isn't that incredible?
Anytime there's a representation for chronic illnesses, I get excited.
Yes.
And now that we've incorporated a South African celebrity, makes me even more excited.
I'm telling you.
It's going to be a little bit spicy.
You can. You're allowed to be
She's kind of got this look on her face of like, it doesn't look anything like me. The way she's on there. I don't think it was meant to be an exact likeness, okay?
Yeah.
Embodied by. But that's very cool
And
because
Barbie's got the insulin pump. It's cute.
it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think for young girls in particular, it's such a dangerous place out there for self-image and the kind of messaging that's coming back at you. If there is one chink in the armor, they will find it and they will come for it. That's just the nature of the world. So to have representation, like you say, in these sorts of spaces, and diabetes affects a lot of young people at a critical phase in their own kind of self-development. You know?
Absolutely, and Holly in particular, she was diagnosed with the condition at age 11. Can you imagine? And this just really brings such a personal touch, I think.
And if you're 11 years old, your counterparts in school, they've got no idea what it is. What is this pump? What is this? And so Barbie representing that, you bring it into your home, you explain to your kids what it's about. It really helps.
It becomes cool.
Yeah, actually.
It's very cool.
Look at my cool insulin pump.
Yeah, come on now. I got a
that.
Barbie earlier this year, and guys, I literally almost cried. It wasn't me necessarily, but I was represented very well. Big curly hair, super funky outfit, and I just thought about myself only having that one Barbie growing up, and how far we've come. And it's so great because most young girls have a Barbie or sorts. So
Your sporty Barbie, hey?
I need to get a sporty Barbie with a sports car as well. Come on, sports. So this is really beautiful.
Very excited
cool.
about
Well done,
this.
Paul.
Congrats, Holly. All right, Sean Mkize. We love to watch them on our screens. But listen, he makes a bold return to football. So let's see what this is about. Newly appointed president of the Eswatini Soccer Club, Mbabane Highlanders AM Football Club. Now, her unveiling took place on July the 12th, just weeks after South African team Royal AM was expelled from the PSL due to a 40 million rand tax debt. So rather than purchasing the club outright, Mkize signed a 3-year management contract. Emphasizing this move is a partnership but not a takeover. I thought it was the son because the son also plays soccer.
Yeah.
So
For the old team.
Yes.
For the old team.
It's a difficult one to embrace.
Just be spicy and say what you want to say, because what you want to say is she's on her third life.
No, well, look, she is still at the table. And I think to pull that off, there is a part of me that is impressed on a level because it's very difficult in that space. But I will say one thing, having had a front row seat to football from the 2010 World Cup and beyond, this is par for the course. That space is so crazy. There are so many deals being done behind the scenes and it's a crazy hustler space out there. So there's a part of me that is very impressed, but it's also, there's a part of me going like,
okay,
how is this actually
I agree
happening?
with you, and my part that I am excited about is the fact that she's a woman in the space, which is difficult.
Right.
And so I tip my hat for that.
But now, if this fails, how difficult is it going to be for the next woman trying to
That's
kick
my
down that
point.
door?
That's my point. You're on your third life. How many chances are we going to give you?
For Mkize, 9. she's got a good couple more. Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Got
I have
couple
a
more.
feeling. It don't matter what we think. She will take whatever lives she needs.
She's a billionaire.
If I had that money, believe me, I'd be putting the same moves. We love to see it though.
Would you
like
own a
we
football
said.
team? I think you
Yes,
do well
I
as a
would.
as a boss.
Choice.
In the US of A,
Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
Miami.
Yeah, Messi will be playing for my team.
There you go.
You do know sports now,
I do know
girl.
a little
Well
bit of
done.
sports. Let's get into the last story, all about Cuesta. I wish I could speak like him, but apparently he's actually found his vocal twin.
He did.
So funny to see because he's got a very specific voice, but he found it in a woman.
In a woman. Sis Rachel works at a drive-thru.
Right.
Some woman goes by to get some food at the drive-thru, and she pulls out her voice. Identical to him.
Exactly the same.
When I tell you, if you see the video, you'll think it's
Cuesta
AI.
talking to Cuesta.
See, I'm that kind of person, though. I traumatize people at drive-thrus.
Oh, you're that guy.
Because I talk all the
Yeah.
time. And if I'm like, oh, you
Chit-chatting.
look just like...
Yeah.
This poor woman's like, dude, I don't understand what you're saying to me. Why?
But this time around, she genuinely
That's so
sounded
No,
like
she
Cuesta.
really sounds exactly like Cuesta. And then obviously the clip went viral.
Yeah.
And he ended up surprising her at work, going, hey, you sound like me. It's very
Which is
cool.
So beautiful with a little package
Yeah.
as well that he prepared for her, and he called her and embraced her, calling her his vocal twin. What a beautiful story! Look how surprised he is.
Do you see a feature coming up?
I wouldn't be surprised there, but you don't understand. So, like, I've been rolling with Cuesta since he came onto the scene. And there was no one else doing kind of down the line hip hop like they were doing with that the bit of the Kwaito kind of kick. It was just different. But I remember arriving at a massive concert, and they were headlining, and it turned out a mistake had been made, and they had to cancel. And he went on stage and performed for all of the people that had come to put the show together, those that had spent the night setting up or whatever. He felt duty-bound to do that for them, unpaid, stayed there and performed for hours.
To show his character.
He is that kind of guy. He is for his fans first and foremost and everything. He is
that's why we were always...
he's a legend.
We're not surprised that you
Not
go
at
visit
all,
her and
man.
do that. It's very cute.
He's an absolute beaut, man.
Can you imagine being in your job and your celebrity double gagger just switches up?
And I'm telling you, if they don't release a song, I'm gonna be
we want to see that.
mad.
Putting it in the universe.
Yeah, me and my twin in him. Come on, Cuesta.
It's good.
It's
Come on.
good, exactly. We can't wait to get into that. For now, though, the dreams will continue. The crossing fingers will continue because we want to win some monies. And
How
Nene,
much?
I hope you have the plug.
Oh, thank you, Cape Town. I love entertainment news, don't you? Oh, my goodness. The lovely thing is we always keep it going throughout the show, and there's still a whole lot more coming up of that. However, friends, listen properly. Something else that would be entertaining is if you won 71 million rand. Why? Well, it is the Powerball jackpot that is estimated at 71 million rand this Tuesday, and you do not want to miss out. All you have to do is play. And how can you do so? Well, you can get your National Lottery tickets on nationallottery.co.za, or you can head on over to cell phone banking. You can also use the mobile app, or you can just dial *120*7529# for USSD. It is that easy. All of these details are on our Expresso show pages on social media, so you can get them there. But Panda Pusha Play Powerball for an estimated 71 million rand jackpot today, and hopefully you could hit it lucky. Always crossing fingers for you, my lovely, and we're so excited that you're with us this morning because we still got a lot to do, right? All the way until 9 a.m. So make sure that you stick around, because if you leave, I'll miss you, Sana. We all will. So let's take a short break, and then when we come back, we still got things right here on S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is back. Expresso on S3 with some international entertainment news. So let's get into it. Our radio presenter and favorite person, Celeste Anthony, is still on the couch. We're ready to continue spilling the tea.
Skin of the couch.
Skin of the couch.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
My apologies. Possibly, forgive me. Vanessa Hudgens. I love her. High School Musical days will always be my favorite
nostalgic.
days. And she was, of course, the lead woman. And now she's a mother of going on to 2. When did this
How
happen?
old do you
In 3
feel right
years,
now?
in 3 years, she's gotten married, had baby number 1 and baby number 2 on the way.
Unreal.
rock
And
and
that
roll,
is how
man.
you do it, actually.
That's how you do
I'm
it.
taking notes from her
And
book.
as much as I'm excited for and really happy for her, she looks really happy, they look really happy, the millennial in me still thinks there's a chance for Zac Efron.
Oh, maybe.
I kind of feel like they've gone slightly different paths, but I wonder what it's like when they get back together. They must slip back into that chemistry because they had such an
100%.
amazing
They had
chemistry, man.
beautiful chemistry. Also, I think he's like on the environmental side now. I saw him in some documentary, and I think she's just focused on other things. But her and a man actually met during the pandemic in 2020. It was during a Zoom session all about meditation.
Meditation.
Wow.
I'm not in the right rooms.
But have you
Or
seen...
in the right Zooms.
Or using the right camera on my
Yeah,
thing.
because you see how you
who has
look.
ever looked date-worthy on Zoom? What background was he using, man? And he's got quite long hair, so, you know... it's
He was in
quite a thing.
Hawaii there.
But that's a really cool way to meet, because if you think about it, it's quite a tumultuous time that we were all going through, and most of us were starved of connection or desperate to find that, you know.
Something.
That's cool.
It is. Maybe she realized life is short, which is why then in the next 3 years she just went, let's
she
go,
did everything
baby.
in 3 years. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
She's a working girl. And what, she must now take 5 years off her
No, she's
very
actually-
good career
she's
to...
returning, right?
Yeah,
I hope
no
so.
doubt.
Apparently, she is set to be in a movie, big screen, a dramatic thriller called Quiet Storm. So we're really excited to be seeing that. It actually rolls out coming soon, very soon. Okay, Kid Cudi, let's get into his story. I'm a big fan. If you know anything about the pursuit of happiness and all the tracks he released after that, you'll be very happy to know that he's tying the knot with his woman named Lola. She's a designer, and the two of them actually put together a ceremony in the south of
classic.
France, looking absolutely gorgeous. I actually saved these pictures on my Instagram because I was like,
Yeah, I was going to say, this is Pinterest, this is like Vogue. Was this from a Vogue shoot or something like that? Because it kind of looks...
He's giving Lenny Kravitz in the
It's nice, see-through shirts.
Yeah,
I love the fact that hip-hop has become so mainstream.
agreed.
You see so many crossover, like the fashion crossover now, the
Yes.
influence within socials crossover.
good.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's, and some of the most progressive disruptors, which I suppose is hip-hop flavor.
And it's him as well.
Yeah, are kind of, you know, like they're our social commentators. and we need
I
them.
like that.
But now these guys are living bougie, man.
are
It's a
living
different
bougie, getting
Which is
life,
so different
man.
to the life that we were What happened to
This
the
looks like
gangster
Jeff
rap?
Bezos' thing. Yeah, man.
Same,
But Kid Cudi was never gangster rap.
And the two of them met at a fashion show. So
How
again,
crazy.
not in the right rooms. You see?
All the right zippers.
Because you actually need to
Listen.
work like the rest of us, girl. Okay,
Get a real job.
Get a real job.
I love it, but to me, it just speaks about their creativity and coming together beautifully. I mean, in France, out of all places, it is, of course, the country of love, Paris being the city of love, and they just look really good. Kid Cudi is kind of like that alternative hip-hop guy,
Yeah.
so it's nice to see him join forces with somebody that also is a little alternative, a little bit different. So congratulations to the newlyweds. And then we move on to, I know many men's hearts are being broken once again because Meg Thee Stallion is officially off the market. Relationship with partner Klay Thompson has been confirmed, and I actually love to see it. Her with an NBA star just makes sense to me.
She is sitting front and center.
Yep.
They posted to Instagram. That's how they went official. That's the thing,
Right.
apparently, if you're a celebrity these days.
Because you have to drive the narrative. And so when you post about it, that makes it real. And she's also been on her own fitness journey. That was the picture that they put out.
Oh, beautiful.
Her muscles are looking great. Her legs are looking incredible. So I just feel like two good-looking, strong individuals should be in a couple together.
Yeah.
I think someone does like a star chart with like rising stars in that scene
what
and
happens.
rising stars, and then you just
it
draw.
connects you
just
guys.
like, okay, who would be the best fit to connect with?
And they are a good fit.
They're very good. Two complementary lifestyles, and I think they'll have each other's back. which is
Yeah,
awesome,
and
man.
hopefully have each other's babies. Is that too soon?
Slow
Too soon,
down.
Slow down.
Sorry,
Slow down.
My apologies.
We'll talk about this in a year.
Let's just get another single from Meg Thee Stallion first. Maybe Klay will make an appearance appearance in the music video. Okay, I'll compromise and I'll meet you halfway. That's where we leave your entertainment news.
It's been great.
It's been great. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you.
Let's do this again next week.
I'll be
Yeah?
here.
Okay. We'll do it again next week just for you, Expresso fam. Celeste, Anthony, the ever so great and talented. We'll be back very soon on our Skinner couch, officially renamed, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, my Cape Town, and oh my goodness, Mzansi. I hope you're ready for what is coming up right about now, okay? As we come to you live in Johannesburg from the Samsung DQX showroom, I am here to let you know that mobile innovation just got a bold new upgrade. And who was there to see it first and forehand? I'm talking about none other than the beautiful Kuhle Adams. She did the things in terms of going to check it out for us so that we could be there. It is the Galaxy Z Flip and Fold 7. Check this out.
What's still ahead of us? Ahead of us.
Samsung is raising the bar with the new Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. Sleek, powerful, and packed with Galaxy AI. These are the thinnest and smartest foldables yet. Unfold next-gen performance, adaptive design, and smarter ways to work, play, and connect. Let's have a look.
The Ultra experience is ready to unfold. This is not just another fold. Ultra sleek and ultra powerful, unfolding the ultimate bar type experience.
Khawuta, today is a very, very special day. We're here to unpack, to unfold, to flip. This is a beautiful marriage between Galaxy design, camera functionality, as well as AI innovation. How do you believe that this will benefit foldable users?
I think this is the perfect phone. I think we've reached the part where we have the perfect phone. Think about it. The immersive display on a foldable, 200 megapixels to take absolutely amazing pictures, together with a battery that really supports this. I think Samsung has got the perfect smartphone for South Africans.
Justin, what a time to be alive. Over the past 2 decades, we've seen devices evolve and undergo a massive transformation. What do you believe is different from this latest release by Samsung Galaxy?
We are now focusing so much on the hardware refinement, getting an absolute perfect design. The brand new Z Fold 7, it is just 4.2 millimeters thick. I mean, that's the size of like a USB port. We've got 200 megapixel cameras on board and kitted out with the very latest in AI technology across the device.
Can you tell us more about the inspiration behind the approach to product development?
Fundamentally, always have to come back to our customers. They are the ones who tell us what we should be doing, which direction to go, and what they are looking to achieve. Then bringing that together with partners like Google, like Qualcomm, and so forth, to bring a product like this to market.
Zahir, it's so good to see you. We're here to talk all things Galaxy Unpacked. You've launched incredible devices today. Can you tell us how these devices will benefit foldable users?
It's not just about AI, it's not just about the hardware, it's about how they all work together, and with the screen, with the immersive experience you're getting. A simple example would be dual screen functionality. You can have the application of AI using dual screen technology on our Fold 7 here, which is something you can't do on any other device. And this makes it a lot more intuitive. It actually makes it a lot more fun and easier to use as well. So imagine you're using Gemini Live and it can actually use your screen. It can see your screen, it knows what you're talking about, and it unlocks so much more creativity and productivity as well when you have this all combined in a Fold 7.
Can we dive deeper into the price range when we're looking at the Galaxy Z series?
For sure. So the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will start at 42,999 and the Galaxy Z Flip 7 at 24,999.
You unveiled the Galaxy Z Flip 7, pocket-sized AI powerhouse. What sets this one apart?
The flex window. Our screen is now immersive. The whole screen is on the whole screen. So when you put that phone down and you take a picture, the flex window just basically shows you your best shot. And I also think Gemini AI, especially on the Flip, basically you can talk to the phone without having touched it.
One thing about the form factor of these devices truly showcase how Samsung isn't just focused on the technology and the growth and innovation of AI, but also how we engage with our devices on a daily basis. These phones are thin and they are lightweight. They fit perfectly in your pocket. They truly can be your everyday companion. As for the features, I think I'm going to be obsessed with Gemini. Just asking Gemini what they think about my outfits, or suggesting gifts for people that I love, or even if I'm out and about trying to find a new route to jog in my neighborhood, they will use the Maps feature to really establish that for me. So it truly is exciting. It looks beautiful, it's sleek, it's powerful, but more than anything, it fits into everyday life. Can you please tell us more about the Galaxy Watch 8? What can consumers expect and why we should be excited this year?
In terms of health, wellness, and that's not just physical health, but mental health, sleeping health, and so forth, has been increasing. The Galaxy Watch 8, the design, we've incorporated the cushion design. The entire watch is a lot slimmer. The biosensor has been upgraded as well, but the fit of it is also snugger, which means it gives more accurate data readings.
The Galaxy Z Fold 7 and the Galaxy Z Flip 7 aren't just next generation smartphone foldable designs. They are the new class of smartphones designed to fit into your lifestyle and elevated. This is mobile innovation redefined.
Oh, do you see the exciting things Gusha Adams always takes us to? And a huge shout out to our Samsung family. Congratulations on another one. And the beautiful thing is that the future does not wait, my friend. It folds. And you can get your Galaxy Z Flip 7 or Fold 7 just by heading on over to Samsung.com and pre-ordering. And of course, finding out more information right there. For now, we're going to take a short break. However, Samsung doing the things yet again.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it 100% is, honey, and you're in the right place. And we are so glad to be with you. And of course, one of the biggest ways that we always enjoy getting to be with you is telling you how you can win, my friend. Today, the lotto, it is set at a Powerball jackpot of an estimated 71 million rand, and it is only today. So go and play now because, my friend, you could hit it lucky, and we're always crossing fingers for you. And you can do so easily by getting a ticket on nationallottery.co.za, forgive me, or you can head on over over to cell phone banking or use the mobile app or just dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. All the details on our social media pages, but Panda Pusha Play, the estimated Powerball jackpot of 71 million rand. I'm always hoping that you do the things so that you could hopefully be a winner. But how are we also always winning? By being up to date with what's happening around the world. Here is Carissa with your news headlines.
Thank you so much, Zanele. 1 minute to the top of the hour. Let's get into your national news headlines first, where a suspected poacher's body was found in Kruger National Park after an overnight shootout with field rangers. Now, the man was discovered near Lower Sabi with a gunshot wound and a backpack containing 2 rhino horns. The incident occurred after rangers confronted 3 alleged poachers who opened fire and fled into the dark. Now, police and paramedics were alerted and an investigation is underway. The deceased remains unidentified, while the 2 other suspects are still at large. In other national news, the Department of Higher Education, SAPS and Umalusi have intensified efforts to crack down on bogus colleges, with East London the latest target after Johannesburg and Cape Town. Now, Deputy Minister Mimi Gondwe expressed concern after discovering unregistered institutions posing as colleges and matric rewrite centres. The campaign ensures institutions meet legal standards, display registration certificates, and offer accredited qualifications. The public is urged to verify institutions through the department's database. The campaign will expand nationwide throughout the year to protect students. Now let's take a look at your international newsmaking headlines, where at 92, Cameroon's President Paul Biya has announced he will run for an 8th term in October's election. In power since 1982, Biya's decision has sparked widespread public backlash and concerns over governance in the face of economic struggle and regional conflicts. Now, headlines in local media reflect growing public dissatisfaction and frustration. Despite being rarely seen in public, Biya maintains control, but doubts are mounting over who truly runs the country as it faces challenges from Anglophone separatists and Islamist threats. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has pledged top-tier weaponry to Ukraine through NATO allies, while threatening Russia with 100% secondary tariffs unless peace talks progress within 50 days. After meeting NATO chief Mark Rutte, Trump said the U.S. would supply arms swiftly, including missiles and ammunition, with Europe covering costs. The aim is to help Ukraine defend against ongoing Russian attacks. Meanwhile, the tariff threat would penalize any country trading with Russia if no ceasefire deal is reached, escalating global pressure. Now let's close up your news on this Tuesday morning, bringing it back home, where South Africa's Mario Gomes Hip Hop Dance Academy returned from the 2025 Dance World Cup in Spain to a thunderous welcome, and with 13 gold medals plus 12 silvers and 5 bronzes in tow. Representing Cape Town and the country, the street dance crew captivated judges with high-octane moves, blending Pansula flair and Amapiano groove, earning top honors in the senior category. Competing against dancers from 66 countries, their performances lit up Burgos with pure South African spirit. Now, crowds at the airport waved flags and wiped away tears as the team arrived, not just as champions, but as proud ambassadors of unity, talent, and homegrown excellence. Congratulations once again to the dance crew for making sure that South Africa once again is seen in the best light. Well, that is where we close off your news for today. Let's head into some sports with Gray.
Oh, well, let's continue brimming with pride, shall we, as we focus on yesterday's T20 action and Divald Breva smashing a blistering 41 of just 17 balls, while debutant Ruben Herman added 45 as South Africa beat Zimbabwe by 5 wickets in their T20 Tri-Series clash in Harare. So chasing only 142, the visitors sealing the win with 25 balls to spare. That tells the tale. George Linder starring with the ball in hand, taking 3 for just 10 in what was certainly a composed team effort. Now, speaking of composure, as we head back to the tour, Simon Yates showed his class yesterday, powering to a mountain stage victory at the Tour de France, attacking late from a very strong breakaway group as well. And Ireland's Ben Healy, he finished third to take over the coveted yellow jersey, now 29 seconds ahead of defending champion Tadej Pogacar. There was also a little home delight thrown in as well, as France's Lenny Martinez claimed the polka dot jersey on Bastille Day, no doubt. Now let's turn to rugby, and the junior Springboks look on form. They lit up Rovigo with a thrilling 48-24 win over Argentina to reach their first World Rugby Under-20 final since 2014. Sparked by Hashim Peed's brilliance and then Cheswell Hurster's length of the field stunner, not the first we've seen in the tournament. The Boks ran in 6 tries in an inspired team display as well. They now face our old foes, New Zealand, in Saturday's highly anticipated title showdown. It's going to be one for the ages. Now, speaking of being very much on course, Banyana cruised into the Women's Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinals, and they did it in style with a dominant 4-0 win over Mali in Oja last night. Goals from Ramalepe, an absolute stunner, free kick from Jane, Mahaya and Donnelly, all capping an impressive performance as Banyana top Group C unbeaten. So the defending champs now face a tough order, Senegal, in Saturday's last 8 clash, but of course brimming with confidence and all the right kind of momentum. So proud of this team. Go and look for Jane's free kick if you can. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get one last weather update.
Thank you, Gray. Let's touch down with your weather news. Well, in environmental news in particular this morning is a passionate call from Deputy Environment Minister Naren Singh for urgent global change, or climate action rather. Speaking at the G20 Environment and Sustainability meeting out in Kruger National Park, Singh warned that the world is running out of time to meet sustainable development goals. Now, he highlighted worsening poverty, record high emissions and rising chemical pollution, urging accelerated efforts. Under South Africa's G20 presidency, climate change and air quality have become separate focus areas, a move aimed at driving deeper, more systematic solutions for a warming world. Now, before we close things off here, let's touch down with that sunrise view of the hour for the last time. And I think we saved the best for last, but I could be biased because you know I love KZN. This one coming from Bergville. Thank you so much to Louisa for sending this beautiful image through. I have never seen KZN look this way, and I'm telling you, it looks like we are on other planets, other worlds. It's looking so gorgeous with that mountain in the background, looking a little frosty, and of course the foreground of those wonderful trees. Louisa, I imagine that you're going on your morning walk right now, taking it all in, and had to just share it with your Expresso family. Thank you for doing exactly that. And remember, this will Wednesday, Thursday and Friday to get through. So take this number down, 063 036 9649, to make sure that you get your images to us. For now, let's look at your temperatures for the final time. We understand right now the weather's looking super chilly, but I was put to the test earlier that definitely got me sweating and heating up, and that was to park in the studio, and now it's G-Man's turn. And this one's for all the parking lovers and parking avoiders, right? We're putting the Hyundai Alcazar car parking features to the test to show you just how easy it makes even the trickiest of situations. So there's me a little bit earlier. Graham, of course, is having his turn right now. Might I say that you're doing a better job than me, Greg? I don't know.
It's not me. It's the car. It's doing it all. I gotta say, the rear view specs here are on point. I love this. So we have a lot going on in our studio. When you talk about reversing into a tight spot, whether it's a parallel park or it's an alley dock, for me, often your perspective gets thrown when you're kind of shifting from one view to another. A little bit of rain outside, so lower visibility. coming into a studio that is filled with very expensive stuff. I can understand your nerves earlier, but it's so easy, man. The power control is also spot on. There's not lag, so you feel the responsiveness. I love it, man.
I feel like we're officially professionals at parking. Can I claim it?
Yes.
Okay,
you
another
can.
thing to add to my CV. I'm so here for it.
We do it together.
We do it together. And if you attempt to reverse into a Mach-tight bay or even between two cones using only the camera and sensors, I'm telling you, this will make it go so much easier.
Well,
for
I
you.
did it. I literally did this only using the internal setup. And look, I would recommend to always keep an eye on what's surrounding because you never know what could be approaching or what could be going on. But I love this. I love the fact that you kind of see everything you need to, but again, that there's not too many distracting elements going on, despite all the craziness going around us. Precise.
It's so precise. What's great, though, in terms of distractions, I would have said Beyonce singing Single Ladies in the back might have been, but when you do go in reverse, the music goes a bit softer. So it kind of takes everything down for you, make sure that you're focused, concentrating, and then precisely getting into the parking bay as you need to.
I love it. And the same applies when you're, okay, and granted, I've got quite a stiff back, okay? So turning, I was just thinking now, it actually helps me quite a lot because there are days where I'm like, come on. But it's, all of the tech in the car is kind of like that. It even reminds you to be safe when it's picking up on behavior. So if you're using your phone, it really does keep you safe in that respect. And you can focus on what you need to. It feels so cozy. I don't know if it's just because it's raining and it's like horrible outside, but I kind of feel like we could stay here for the rest of the
Okay, how about we do the rest of the show from here? It's got 50 more minutes left and we'll be right here. Parking is completely sorted out. Our beautiful sidekick is helping us.
We're reversing everywhere today, and you'll just hear us by the little sound, the beep that gets faster and faster as we approach you, reversing. But those little noises do help because often you become very focused on the visual and you're kind of looking and you might not kind of get a feel. And then after a while, it really does work. And it makes you feel like you're about to hit something, so your foot moves very quickly to respond. It's spot on. I am very, very impressed with this car. The guidelines move with me, which is great, and that allowed me to really work into a tight little angle here. And I know exactly where I'm going to land. I could even see what my cameramen look like. Check.
Look, somebody's legs. Who is that, Rudy?
Every day's leg day. But I got to say, this does actually, it's quite novel now, I know, for me, and quite fun, but I think it's going to take a lot of the stress out of parking.
Especially when you don't have spatial awareness like me. A big car like this SUV definitely needs one of these assistants, and it's absolutely fantastic. It doesn't feel that way.
Hey? You've got all
hugged.
You feel all the space in the back. You are secure in your little, I'm going to call them bucket seats. I know they're not racing seats, but they really do kind of feel like that.
Yep.
You're safe, secure, and you've got everything that you need within hand's reach. Brilliant.
I agree. There you have it. Big car, zero parking drama. The Hyundai Alcazar smart features take tight spots into making it totally doable, even for me. And then Gray, who is a seasoned driver, you also enjoyed the ride along the way.
And I find it emasculating to have parking guards tell me how to park, all right? So the best part, you don't have to hear, okay, left, right. We call that stress-free parking, and we are here for that. The drive, even better.
All right, seatbelts on, let's go.
We'll see you only in the rear-view mirror from here on out. I like it,
Let me
man.
get my passenger princess on.
I think we need to maybe plan a bit of a route there.
Yeah,
okay, where should
go.
we go? Are you in charge of playlists today?
I am. Let's turn up the music.
Okay. Adios, muchachos!
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Oh man, I'm such a big fan of this morning because it's just a show filled with so much goodness. And speaking of goodness, on the way, we got a cup of wisdom for you, my friend. It is all about men feeling their feelings. How can we do that better? Well, it's going to be coming at you right here on S3. And then, I'm so excited. I'm fangirling. I'm going through a lot. Everybody, Rouge is in the building. We're getting into her brand new track, Juicy. And yes, the Feel Good Breakfast Show just got juicier because she's here. And of course, we're going to be celebrating her and all things her beautiful music. Do not go anywhere. It's all coming up right here on S3. my goodness. Please listen. Me and Rouge are busy having all kinds of conversations here. We just realized we went to the same university. Oh my God. There's a lot going on. But friend, we promised you that Rouge would be in the building, and here she is. We always deliver on our promises here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We are celebrating that she's got a brand new track out. Yes, it's called Juicy, which is why I said Expresso just got juicier. And friend, it is also all about us just really celebrating the queen that she is, leading the hip-hop game as a woman with her lyricism, with her way in which she's so unapologetic when it comes to her artistry. More than anything else, award-winning rapper, author. She's a TV presenter. She does it all, and she kills it all. Everybody, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please.
Thank you.
My gorgeous, how are you?
I'm good. What an intro. Thank you so much.
It's the truth,
Thank
though.
you. Thank you.
My Rouge, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you back, girl.
I know.
Right?
I know. I'm happy to be back.
It
My
really
gosh.
is so good to see because, friend, you're killing it. You're doing the things that need to be done. And I want to jump right in.
Okay.
Let's go to
do it.
Juicy.
Yes.
Okay? Because you could have collaborated with anyone.
Yes.
You could have decided to go in any direction.
100%.
But you said, no, you want Nadia Nakai,
Yes.
you want Muesli.
Yeah.
The big three.
I wanted the big three.
Exactly. Talk to us about the vision behind this and what does this moment, even being able to put this track out with these ladies, mean to you just culturally as well?
You know what? Because, obviously I took a small hiatus.
Small break.
Tiny break.
Yes.
And, I really wanted to... The way I wanted to come back was quite different because, everyone knows Rouge to be the very lyrical giant, you know what I mean? And I wanted this moment to be fun. And, and working with the team that I was with, the moment of even creating that song was a moment of just enjoyment. And when we were talking, I was talking with the boys, they were like, yo, we need features. We really need features on this one. And it only made sense that, my coming into the game was with the likes of Onomuzi, where we did in Bongozaga, and the impact that it had. I felt, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I felt like it only made sense for me to kind of remake that again and, call Muzi back into the studio. And with Nadia Nakai's a powerhouse in her own,
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a feature everyone has been nagging all three of us for years.
I love that.
And when I called them, they were literally like, listen, when do you need us in studio?
Yes.
We came in, we wrote together, we were helping each other. This has been the easiest rollout I have ever had in my life, working with females. It tells you a lot. It tells you a lot.
That. And also, more than anything, I think it also tells you just the timing of it. It's
100%.
right.
100%.
Yeah. And also, I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, it's the time for the ladies,
Yes.
okay?
Oh,
especially in the hip-hop game. Thank you very much.
Definitely.
And as the big three, I also rap, so we can be the big four next time.
Oh,
you know what I
wow,
mean?
okay.
Don't worry. Don't ask me to show you now. I'm in presenter mode. Thank you. But my Rouge, your music has always just really been about lyrical honesty.
Yes.
Which I think everybody loves about you, hence lyrical giant.
Yes.
Thank you. And I think that, it also, that taps into you being vulnerable, right? So how do you then as an artist kind of balance that and be like, okay, I'm going to be vulnerable, but I'm also going to be able to sort of protect myself the way I need to?
That's such a good question. And I think that was definitely with this song, because as much as this was a fun process, I did have moments of... how hard do I go? How hard do I go with these raps? Oh, how much can I kind of let go and just have fun with it? And I think that was the beauty of this collaboration. Having these girls come in and be able to guide me in moments like this, especially Nadia. Like, she really knows how to kind of just, whatever I want to do and whatever I want to say, let me just have fun. So that was the guide that came from her. And then there's an Omuzi who has always kind of been that person to kind of be able to look at my lyrics and be like, Rouge, yes, this works. This sounds you. I could see you being honest here. So there was kind of a lot of mirroring that was happening at this point to kind of allow me to be the rapper that everybody loves with the lyricism, but still the person as well who just kind of wants to also say nothing at some points and just let the music have feeling, Because feeling, I think, is probably the most important thing when it comes to music. It can, transcend language. But if people feel things, then you've done your job. And I think that's what we've done with this one.
Oh, babes, you guys did your job,
oh,
okay?
Thank you,
you guys worked hard, you earned every cent in that studio, okay? But I also know that, just like you mentioned earlier on, you were on a little bit of a hiatus.
Yes, small one.
Small and nothing too big. Something light. And I feel like that always just allows you to evolve as an artist.
Definitely.
Talk to us about that evolution. What happened while Rouge was away?
And funny enough, guys, you know what's the thing? I wasn't aware. I just decided to go behind the scenes. You know, because during COVID, very scary time, you know, especially for our entertainment industry, as we know, it was hit the worst. And it was just kind of this wake-up call of, okay, what happens now? Because no gigs are happening at this moment. And it also kind of unlocked me for artists who would never get the opportunity to be on stage. There was that moment of, there's going to be people who have dreamed about this for so long, and COVID felt like a never-ending horror story.
Facts.
And I wanted to find a way where I could create that. So myself and my husband, the Ginger Mac, shout out guys.
Ginger Mac, what do you do, baby?
We created a company called Tribe Nation Global, whereby there was a festival side of things, but then we also fell in love with the NGO world. And we fell in love with saving the world and trying to find ways to impact Africa. So for example, Earthshot Prize, when the monarchy came to South Africa, that was my company that worked on that. And we were the ones who created the incredible art gallery that was on the boardwalk in Cape Town, and working with photographers from all over Africa, working with different organizations who were doing things for their communities, and trying to find creative ways to highlight that. So so you know, Tribe Nation Global is just an opportunity for us to use our creativity for good, and finding other creators all over Africa to basically uplift African voices and uplift, you know, other communities who aren't necessarily seen.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, but I'm back.
Oprah.
I had FOMO. I'm back. I'm rapping now.
Oprah who's rapping. I like it. And I love it, actually.
Thank you so much.
But that's really incredible, guys.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you so
I
much.
genuinely also know that when people take a step back, you know, it is about really getting ready for what's to come.
Definitely.
But the fact that you are now even sowing seeds in other parts of who Rouge is,
100%.
that's beautiful.
And it was just an opportunity to give other creatives opportunities as well. Like, I won't lie, it's so fulfilling to be able to call people and be like, listen, I got you this job. Listen, I've got you this campaign. Listen, I got you this funding for whatever you're working on. And to see the smile on their faces where they can rap for something or they can draw for something, it really, I didn't realize how happy it makes me to make other people happy. It's great.
So you weren't kidding when you said you're the CEO?
You know, you understand.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yes. Exactly. But Favor, I also know that you're someone who has such a big, big background when we talk about drama and just storytelling. Yes. How do you merge the two, particularly when it comes to you and music?
Sure, I won't lie. I think it's the biggest benefits. I think it's a superpower, the fact that I went to university and studied film and I studied drama. Just being able to handle any environment that I'm in. You know what I mean? Especially when I was coming into the space, it gets difficult. There's a lot of ball drops. There's a lot of nervousness, when, especially for stage. And stage is where my heart is. Performance, which they'll see later. You know, it's where my heart is, you know, and I think that's the beauty that came with me being, you know, a drama baby and being a film baby. I was taught how to be on stage. I was taught how to perform. Even if there's one person in the audience, act like there's a million.
I love it.
I was taught, you know, with the idea of things will go wrong, but how do you get up? You know, how do you not allow a situation where this, you know, this opportunity that was supposed to happen hasn't happened? How do I still carry on? How do I still keep going? And that's what came with this degree. So I'm really thankful for it. And acting as well, man. Like, I have a SAFTA award for a reason. You know what I mean?
Multi-talented is what you are, and this is why we appreciate you. And my Rouge, thank you for coming through. I'm so excited for your performance.
Thank you so much. I'm excited too. It's been a while, Expresso, but let's rock.
Let's rock, baby. Zanzi, you got to make sure you do not go anywhere. It is Rouge in the building, and she is about to blow you away with a beautiful performance, and actually two coming at you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So trust me, you make sure that you do not go anywhere. For now, though, I need you to get ready because we still got a whole lot more coming up on Expresso.
Oh, man, Rouge, we love you, girl. Cannot wait for that performance in just a moment. That was just the kind of chutzpah I need. And I'm going to need a black coffee for this one to get into another beautiful chat, courtesy of our Jacobs. Strong, just how I like it. We might need it for this morning's chat. This morning, we are going to have a heartfelt conversation, perfectly paired with Jacobs Origins Pure Latin America. Love the flavor profile. In fact, I'm going to just jumpstart my system. Oh, lovely. Hopefully you heard the slurp over the camera. I did that because this is a safe place, okay? This blend in particular captures the lively and vibrant spirit of Latin America's coffee-growing regions. They've been doing it for a while, and you can taste the difference. Ideal for those who enjoy a bright, uplifting cup with a gentle fruitiness and a clean, refreshing finish. Perfect any time of the day. Certainly perfect right now. So now we know that big feelings are a part of being human. It's the human condition. But for many men and boys, expressing those feelings, sadly, feels very complicated. We often get discouraged, firstly by ourselves, maybe by the society around us. Well, here to help navigate this with insight, compassion, and some practical tools is an incredible human being, a social worker at Hope House Counselling Centre, Colin Krauts. Colin, I'm going to shake your hand for like the 9th time today. I love you, guy. I absolutely love you, man. Thank you for being here. We've had an amazing conversation already. So I've got a sense of how emotionally available you are. Not like that for most men.
Yeah.
When did you discover feelings and being able to talk about them? Was there space for you to share feelings, have these kind of conversations when you were growing up?
You know, when I was growing up, indirectly I saw men as being weak and vulnerable, you know. And that changed for me up until I got into spaces where I felt comfortable and, you know, where I can express myself, and just unlearning the stigma around the mental health and how men should be these strong people, you know, but they also just human.
How do you unlock it when you face the wall of trauma? And when that was part of what we were chatting about just now, is how a moment of trauma, even a small traumatic experience, if left unprocessed, can stay with you for life. One moment for 7 years if you don't deal with it. How do you get these young men, these boys, to open up and connect with their feelings?
You know, if you show up authentically, you automatically give them the permission to do the same.
The agency, I
exactly.
like that.
So if you show up like that, they will also embrace what they are feeling. If you are comfortable with speaking about your feelings, obviously they will do the same. And that's a connection that you have to build with them.
I like that, and that speaks very much to what we create here energetically. It's a transaction.
Exactly.
It's not just me preaching to you, you preaching to me. There needs to be an authentic connection and exchange.
Yeah.
But this says to me that you're going to be holding up a mirror every time you sit down and look into the face of one of these young men, one of these boys. You've got to face their trauma, and I would imagine trauma, unlike many of us can even begin to wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
You know, we've become so desensitized to that. How do you then handle and process the emotions? How do you talk about it?
You know,
are you processing and handling the emotions? Because it's a lot, man.
Yeah, so for me, self-care is big in our profession. You know, you have to look at yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. So what I do is I take moments out for myself. I reflect on how I feel.
I'm going to have a sip courtesy of that.
You know, how I feel about what has happened, you know, the counseling process, because it's emotionally draining for me.
Process.
So I need to take time out, you know, spend time with those who make me feel good and allow me to feel my feelings as well. So that is just how I deal with it.
Allow me to feel my feelings.
Yeah.
There is a practicality to the work that you do as well. It's not just all this higher thinking, really kind of deep emotional, where you've got to bring about a shift.
Yeah.
How do you achieve that with these young boys? How do you embrace those emotions and go through the eye of the storm, so to speak?
So with getting the young boys and men to speak about their feelings, you know, there's something called the emotional language. And as another language, it takes time and patience, you know, to learn that emotional language. And you start off with simple phrases such as, I feel okay, I feel sad, I feel nervous, I feel anxious. So just by saying things like that already starts the journey and sets the foundation of the building an emotional vocabulary. So it starts just off with this short emotive words, and then you can talk to yourself, have small conversations, just to feel what you're feeling in your body, you know. My chest feels tightened up.
I'm so glad you've used those words, because often we don't have the words. And I put so much praise on the musicians who come in here, incidentally, are healthier than all of us because they've been processing and writing music about it, but they give us the emotional language to be able to understand how we feel.
100%.
I've got to ask you on a personal level, how many young men and boys do you think you've helped through this gateway?
You know, you can never measure the amount of impact that you make on these young boys, but at least, like, if you can plant a seed, that is the most important thing for me. I'm just planting the seed. Whether I help them, I don't know, but just planting the seed and letting them feel that they can express themselves in front of me.
A safe place, and there are so few safe places for these kids.
Yeah.
So few safe places left. If you want to help Colin in the work that he's doing, connect, just have a conversation with this incredible human being. Hope House Counselling Centre, at Hope House Counselling Centre is where you can find them online. If you want to support, if you are someone, if you're a man who wants to have these kind of conversations, learn something about yourself and help another young man or boy through that gateway, do it. You will gain so much. And please, take a leaf out of Colin's book. Just take a moment for yourself every once in a while. Bit of self-care. Cheers, brother. I really do love you, guy. Well done, man.
Thank you for having me.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, Wunderbar.
What a beautiful conversation, and I love that. So listen, if you don't have a moment to take out for yourself, but you are watching us, then make sure you stick around, because we have so much goodness still coming your way that will make you feel like it's in a bit of an escape. We've got Danny Speark standing by, who of course is Tastemaster Season 6 contestant, and we're going to get into making a wonderful scone recipe. Not only that, that is delicious, but let's get into some juiciness. I'm talking about Rouge, baby, and I can't wait to find out that performance from her. You know that she's partnered up with powerhouses. I see Ginger Max also in the building over there, Nadia Nakai as well as Muzi. So you already know that you're in for such a treat. It comes your way straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Well, listen up. I've got to tell you about somebody I'm so excited to stay in the kitchen with, but right now she's on our couch from the heart of Pretoria. Today we meet a woman who's turning dough into dreams. By day, she designs user experiences in the tech world, but when the apron goes on, wow, Danny Speark becomes something else entirely. A fearless, intuitive baker. Now we chat to her about Season 6 of Tastemaster. Before we get into it, let's give her a Feel Good welcome. Yes, Danny. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, have you been here?
Oh my gosh, what an interesting journey, a UX designer. Now, we had a bit of a chat now about what exactly that is, but please tell the people of Expresso, what is a UX designer? Because you do that by profession. And then where does baking fit into it?
Oh my word. Okay, so UX designer, I'm behind the computer the whole day.
Yeah.
Pushing little pixels together and ensuring that, users have a fantastic experience on a website or an app. But in the kitchen, I am, that's where my heart is.
Wow.
And yeah, so I think combining them both for me is what makes it special, because you get a lot of...
Baking's a science, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes together very beautifully and has brought you to this moment now, season 6, a contestant in Tastemaster. Before we get into that though, I have to find out from you, how do you draw inspiration for your baking journey? I mean, like you said, you're behind the computer a lot of the time. Where do you draw influences from? Is it online? And then how do you incorporate that into your baking?
So a lot of my inspiration comes from social media. I think the content that we get the privilege of experiencing online is just so amazing, and I'm absolutely floored by the creativity of all of these online creators. And like, you get a taste of creators from all over the world, and you have it like on your phone. So
At your fingertips.
Yeah, so that's like my big inspiration for me.
Oh, beautiful. You're also on the online space.
Yes.
You're trying to push that. You're trying to go for it too, so that other people can also enjoy what you're doing. Because you're right. I think about being on Instagram or TikTok. I'm just saving recipes all the time, especially when it comes to cooking or baking. The baking I never do, Danny. I've got to be honest. The cooking I try. On the weekends, it does come out a little bit more. But you do describe your own time in the kitchen as being rustic, which I think we can both agree on there, especially when we get into our kitchen. What does that look like in practice?
For me, that means having a recipe, but then going with your heart along the way.
That's the thing.
100%. And family style, and not fiddling with things too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose between like a 5-star experience and like having a family-styled homemade meal, where are you going? I mean,
family style.
I think we're both at the table eating that family-style meal.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that Tastemaster journey. Season 6 is here. You are a contestant. What inspired you to join on the fun?
Oh my word. So for me, I did a lot of reflecting this year and thinking like, what has been the golden thread throughout my life? And like, I realized that my happiest moments and like greatest growth experiences have been in the kitchen. And I was like, how can I push myself further to like get out there and actually use this energy that I have? So when I was actually waiting for the entries to open.
Wow.
And
before you anticipated.
Yeah. I'm like, this year I'm gonna enter. So when the entries opened, I actually missed the beginning. And then like 3 days before, I'm like, oh my word, it's been open and I missed it and I have to do this. So yeah, that's what pushed me to do it.
Incredible. And we're so glad that you did, because listen, you're here on national TV telling us more about your wonderful journey. So how has your experience on the show been so far? Have there been surprises? Have you been a little bit shocked by all the cameras and the lighting? What's been your experience?
Oh, it's been the most incredible experience, and every day is a surprise.
Yes.
So every challenge is a surprise. But for me, the like biggest gift of this whole thing has been the people that I've met and my fellow contestants and the bonds that we have formed. Like, I'm even getting a bit emotional now, but it's just, that is something I didn't expect coming into this. And it's exceeded my expectations. I have this group of friends for life.
Oh, I love that. Because also you're all bonded by trauma. It's a lot. You're there under the guise of the, or at least the gaze of the judges. Zola Nene is there as well. Has it been stressful too?
It's been very, very stressful. And honestly, I feel like you can't survive without the support.
Yes.
Like and they know exactly what you are going through. Nobody else is sharing that experience with you.
And how have the judges been?
Fantastic.
Fantastic? Okay, a little bit judgy, but also great to have around.
Truly, like, that's what you enter for. You enter to get the feedback. So, I mean, you don't want to enter for someone to sing your praises all the time. You want to hear, like, you're here to grow. So, like, you want that feedback. And I mean, all the judges and the guest judges, absolutely fantastic, learning so much. It's an amazing experience.
Incredible. Well, it does sound like you have a growth mindset, which is such a healthy approach to a contestant show like this is, or competition show rather. What would you tell somebody sitting at home right now who was where you were saying, I'm going to enter, haven't yet? What would you say to encourage them?
I would say, like, the only thing holding you back is your fear.
Sure.
And you can decide today who you want to be, and it just takes one small action, just one act of courage, and it can send you in the right direction.
Wow, and I'm so glad that direction brought you on our couch today and in our kitchen. Daddy and I are going to get into that a little bit later, and I can't wait to learn how to make a scone. Never done it before. It's going to be fantastic. But if you want to catch her journey, make sure that you stick around on SABC2, 7:30 every single Tuesday. The Tastemaster SA journey does continue from here on out.
Get hooked on the Tastemaster SA this Tuesday evening at 7:30 as contestants get caught in a fishy situation.
I don't think I'm doing a good job.
This fish might send him home today. I'm feeling nervous. This is chaos.
Who will sink and who will swim into the semi-finals?
I can prove.
Find out on the Tastemaster SA, Tuesday evenings at 7:30, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. on SABC2. Clover, made with love.
Things are not just tasty, oh, they are indeed juicy. Why? Because Rouge is in the building, and we promised you some performances. Starting us off today, it is one of her biggest tracks, which I love. Everybody make some noise for Dololo by Rouge.
Yeah. Y'all remember this one? You ready? When I say CEO, you say CEO. Yo. I'm a CEO. You don't know it, yo. Mama CEO. But you don't know it, tell him I'm a CEO. But you don't know what you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do? Dololo. Dololo. But you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do? Nobody know. Cause you do it, dololo. But you's a Bible in that bolo. Let's go.
Get your driver free. Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Bona lalo fana, get your driver free.
Yeah, no school, I graduated to the top floor. I used to look up for the competition, but got tired of waiting, so we let it go. Turn it back in for a cat fight. I ain't wasting my verses on so-and-so. 16, bringing nice change, but in this game, just an NGO. Cause I got bros, you got funds, you got clothes, I got brands, that's a pun. You got polo, post it on your drums. So wish your money, spend it on a car. Buying bottles, nigga, let it flow. Young and living up that lifestyle. That's what the money to blow. Cause I'm a CEO. But you don't know it, yo. I'm a CEO. But you don't know it, tell him I'm a CEO. But you don't know what you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do? Dololo. Back dololo. 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 But you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do? Nobody know. Cause you do it, dololo. Okay. But you's a Bible in that bolo. Let's go.
Get your driver free. Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Bona lalo fana, get your driver free.
Well, I should make it a little bit sexy. Yeah? On my knees in the morning, thanking the Lord cause I'm winning. R.I.P. my opponent, cause they never work competition. Take a beat, you don't know me. I'm driving the car like it's stolen. Just the keys, get the homies. Cause you had a shot, cause I got bros. You got funds, you got clothes, I got brands. That's a pun. You got polo, post it on your drums. Tuition money, spend it all I come. Buying bottles, nigga, let it flow. Young and living up the lifestyle. Cause that's what the money to blow. I'm a CEO. But you don't know it, yo. Mama CEO. But they don't know it, tell them I'm a CEO. You don't know what you's about. In the bolo, what you do? Dololo. Dololo. But you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do, nobody know. Cause you do it, dololo. Okay. But you's a Bible in that bolo. What you do? Dololo. Dololo. You's a Bible in that bolo. What you do, nobody know. Cause you do it, dololo. But you's a Bible in that bolo. Let's go.
Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free.
Let me practicing. I need to see that again. This way, let's go.
Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Bona lalo fana, get your driver free.
Expresso at home, you guys weren't doing it. One more time, let's go.
Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Mati bona lalo fana, get your driver free. Bona lalo fana, get
the next song's gonna be crazy. But let's wait.
Come on! Listen, friend, we said fire from Rouge, and that is exactly what she brought. But the beautiful thing is that she is not going anywhere. We still got to get things juicy, okay? And it's going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Make sure you do not go anywhere. I need to go catch my breath. I'm not a backup dancer. Yeah. Okay. Sharp.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I'm going to make you feel better because we're back in the kitchen, baby, with Tastemaster South African contestant Danny Speak. And she's about to whip up some citrus sultana scones. I've never even heard of this combination together, but then you put on delicious whipped cream on top, and it's so good. Some vanilla-infused whipped cream at that as well. Danny, we are in for a treat. I've never made a scone before, though, so where does one even begin? I'm seeing lots of ingredients.
Scones are like super simple to make. I think it's the most complicated thing is the technique.
Okay.
So
okay, let's swap places. You show me
all good.
how.
So here we have our flour, and what we have to do is put all of our dry ingredients together.
All
and
right.
it's that
Oh,
simple.
oh,
there we go. Staying there, and our sugar.
And that's all-purpose flour at the bottom?
Yes, like normal cake
Cake
flour.
flour?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then we're also going to add in our zest.
Oh,
now.
let me do the zest and then
Yeah,
you continue.
all good.
I like doing the strobe.
Do we have a whisk now? I'm just
Oh,
gonna use
zesting
this.
the nachi too. That's nice.
Yes, yes. So you can just zest it.
I'll zest on here.
Yeah, and then I'll catch it and I'll put it back in here.
Yay,
So you just
teamwork.
you're gonna mix it like this together. Then you're gonna add in your zest as well into this. So
Lemon
like
and orange. Is that
Yes.
enough zest?
Yeah, we actually need like a whole one.
A whole?
Yeah, a whole one. Whole zest, but like
for now.
For now, it's good. We have a flavor because we also have like orange juice that we're gonna add in, so that will also give us a like really nice citrus flavor. And basically, what you need to do is you just need to rub in the butter. So this is cold butter, and the secret to a really good scone is actually the rubbing in of the butter. So you mustn't try and make it too fine.
Okay.
You need to leave it quite, there you go. Yeah, that's a good amount. And also actually rubbing the zest brings out the oils.
Yeah, I was like wet here.
Yeah, it brings out the oils in the zest. So it's generally a good idea if you use zest to actually rub it with your fingers because it brings out the oils and the flavors.
And it's also a nice perfume.
Yeah, it's like a nice perfume. So once you have your butter, like it mustn't still stay
So what is
chunky.
this called? What are you doing? Is there a name for it?
I mean, I just know it as rubbing in the batter. So
Rubbing in
like,
the batter it
yeah.
is.
So you're just rubbing in the batter and trying to get rid of the biggest clumps.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have, it needs to be quite coarse still. If you make it too fine, your scones aren't gonna be flaky. Like this is the flakiness.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. And then you're gonna add in your sultanas. You
Nice.
can use cranberries as well if you want. If you want something festive, you can go for cranberry. And I'm just gonna whisk that through as well to combine it in. As you can see, rustic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it brings in your cooking mantra.
100%. And then it's as easy as like just adding in the wet ingredients. So I like to make a little well in the center just to make sure that everything incorporates evenly. And you're gonna add in your juice. I'm gonna add all of the juice because that is like our orange flavor that we want.
Nice.
And our whole egg. And then this is a combination of buttermilk and cream.
Okay.
So for this, I'm not going to add all of it. I'm going to start mixing it through and then...
I'll help you with this one.
Perfect, thank you. And then as you go, you can add a little bit. You can decide how wet or dry it must be because it must just come together. That's also another thing. You don't
So
want
the
it too wet.
consistency is not too wet, you're saying?
Yeah. So let's hold off there and see if we mix it together, if it'll come. Yeah, I think this is good. So I'm just going to try and get
I'll be
all
on
of
standby in case you need me.
Oh, good. I'm going to get all the dry bits incorporated. And then at this point, you can either put it out onto the counter and use a cutter to like...
Are you like kneading and you're rolling it out?
No. So scone, you actually don't want to handle the dough that much. So like this looks like fairly unmixed, but this is where you need to stop.
Okay.
Because it needs to stay, like I said, flaky. So at this point, you can go in with your hands and like make the shapes.
Make the different scones.
Yeah, or you
And
can...
do they rise? So do you make them small or?
They don't rise that much. They have a little bit of rising agent in, but they typically don't rise that much.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, you do the first one so I can see what size we're going for.
Yeah, so I'm just going to grab a handful. And you also don't want to compress them too much. Like, you want to keep them around this size.
This seems like the kind of baking I like. It doesn't take too much.
Yeah, it's simple. Go ahead, go ahead.
Let me go. Ooh, that feels nice.
Yeah, so like I said, it's not. It might look wrong, but it's not wrong. And you need to see the little chunks of butter, because that is where the flakiness comes in.
And the moisture, I assume.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, 100%. So
I mean, it does look really good. To be fair, I think the sultanas also help with the aesthetic of it all.
Yeah, and they're also gonna plump up nicely because we have that orange juice in here as well. So they're gonna plump up.
And then how long does it go in the oven? Is it a long time?
It's 180 for like 15 to 18 minutes.
Amazing.
Until they are like beautiful and golden, like our
ones
scones over there.
And how would you usually eat a scone? Like, what would you serve it with typically?
For me, I like a plain scone. I'm like a butter and cheese gal, or a bit of jam as well.
Yes.
Like cheese and jam.
The
sweet
perfect
and the savory.
combination.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
And with the sweetest scone like this, it has a bit of zest, maybe some cream, you think that's great.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that looks fantastic. I would continue over here. Basically, we would pour the vanilla into,
yes,
the cream and mix
yeah.
it together.
So to serve it, you can just... It's literally only whipped cream that you need. You're just gonna add in your vanilla essence as much as you want to taste. Mix
Stir
it together.
and voila, look at that. All right, we'll put these in the oven and then we'll put this together. We'll get Graham to taste it too. I know he loves a scone. Excuse my fingers, but your girl's been hard at work. ExpressoShow.com is where you find this recipe. Quick, easy, even I can do it. So add it to your repertoire too. We'll see you straight after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Listen up. You can win big with Powerball. The estimated jackpot, 71 million rand today. So please go and play. You can buy your tickets right now online, nationallottery.co.za. When they're open, you can go in store. You can use the mobile app, cell phone banking, or just dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD.
Now, all these details are on our social media. Expresso show is where you find us. Then Panda Pusha play Powerball for an estimated 71 million rand in total jackpots today. Listen, you could hit play and win lucky, but we also want to hit play on Miss Rouge out in Jersey to give us some juicy.
This is how we wrap up the show on a high, baby. It is Rouge with a brand new song, Juicy.
Yo, we're gonna have some fun with this one. Shout out to Nadia Nakai and Mosley. I'ma hold down the fort. You ready? Oh.
Where's your 10? 80. What the? My life is a movie. The camera shoot me. I see my black out to school. Why? The numbers are stupid. Fenty, begging my face. Soaking my legs.
Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Let's go.
Fendi, snatching my waist.
Juicy, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, life of the rich. I don't even do nothing. So you don't know my.
That sounds like a you problem. And Donna, I'm bored. Got all the awards. Put that on record. I'm playing chess. You play your checkers. I said to be patient. It's coming in 60. Let's shop in that checkers. Now damn you invested. You asked for an album. I gave you a classic. Tick that off your checklist. These are the days of our lives. We're pushing our passion. The young and the restless. Back in again with a holiday. With a bounce back. There's a ricochet. In a count back. Till my fingers ache like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Millions in crypto, I got it in credit.
1, 2, 3, 4. Too easy to body, I body a carcass. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Divas and dollars and pesos, planting money trees until they grow to an Amazon. Like a
Bezos, like
my life is a movie.
The camera shoot me.
I send my black out to school.
Why? The numbers are stupid. Fenty, begging my face. Sucking my legs.
One more
Gosh, I
time.
can't breathe.
Let's go,
Fendi,
let's go,
snatching my
let's go.
waist.
Juicy, 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 juicy. It's juicy, 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 juicy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Too fun.
Baby, this is exactly what we needed for a beautiful, beautiful morning with you yet again right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, it is Rouge with Juicy. Go and download it, stream it, do all of it. You know it's good. You just heard it right here on S3. But now, I'm going to say, Cape TZ, Fo Sheezy, how you feeling after that?
Oh,
It's a Friday,
juicy,
baby.
juicy,
Ginger Mac, love you guys. So
Ah.
good to see them together. That whole little power unit. Absolutely
Love
love it.
it.
What an amazing show. Thank you
Oh
so
my
much, my
gosh,
friend.
thank you, Grace.
Great day. Colin, you were the star for me. The Hope Center, what they're doing, they're just incredible. I'm
Wonderful
just
stuff.
so grateful.
Also,
to everyone.
Danny, good luck with the rest of your journey. If you want to catch Tastemaster SA, remember Tuesdays, 7:30 on SABC2.
Business
But from
end.
your SABC3 family, you want to say goodbye.
Adios, muchachos. Have an amazing day.
Another Feel Good production.